Very pretty. Okay, everyone. Oh, and it's got little dandelions. I wish it always had dandelions in the wind. Oh, for the festival. It looks so nice. I want dandelions in the wind all the time. Oh, it looks so festive.
Hey there, Catherine.
Good day, you two. It's nice to see you here at this festive time.
So, got any jobs for us?
I'm afraid I'd struggle to find you any commissions in the near future. With the arrival of the Windblume Festival, the only task most Mondstadters are busy with is preparing gifts for their loved ones, but it's customary to do this oneself without assistance. Think of this period as the off-season for the Mondstadt branch of the Adventurers Guild. Spring is here, love is in the air, and everyone wants to relax and enjoy themselves. Even the cats at the tavern next door have been getting lovey-dovey with one another recently.
Okay.
Ew. Gross. You know that feeling you get when you burst out the doors after a nice nap, hoping to make it to the store before the limited edition drinks sell out, only to get there just in time to see the last 2 glasses snatched away right from under your nose by a couple of pesky lovebirds? That's what this feels like.
That's very specific of you, Paimon. I don't think that's actually ever happened to you because we're together like all the time, but that's also never happened to me in real life either.
Perhaps you two could simply take this chance to...
Traveler, Paimon, thank goodness I found you. There's something I need your help with.
Nice, let's go. Hello, Sucrose.
Whoa, Sucrose?
Oh, wow, someone needs help after all.
What is wrong with you? That's no way to greet a friend we haven't seen in so long.
Sorry.
No, not help like in the Windblume sense. It's just... How do I explain? Go ahead, Sucrose. We don't have anything else to do right now anyway. Phew. Okay, here's the situation. I've been appointed as the Windblume Festival's special ambassador by the Knights of Favonius this year.
Ooh, nice.
My task is to do good deeds for people during this festival of gratitude and love. Nice one! So how did they decide who to appoint anyway? They spun an empty bottle donated by Angel's Share inside a circle with all our names on it. Whoever's name the bottle stopped at got chosen.
Wow, this method seems a bit arbitrary.
I think so too. But everyone said that it was to make it fair, so everyone had an equal chance to become the special ambassador.
That just sounds like everyone got drunk at the bar and then played Spin the Bottle and then was like, oh, we have to decide the name. We have to decide on the Windblume thing too. Let's just do it while we're at it.
The thing is, I'm not great at dealing with people, so I was really daunted by it at first. But I'm still glad that I got this role. Luckily, I came up with a way to spur myself on, which has helped. Have a look.
What is it? An empty... It's the placebo effect. An empty bottle. You just make it seem like you're giving yourself a courage potion. Yeah, I get it, Sucrose.
Is that a test tube? Yep, every time I do a good deed for someone, I get them to breathe into a test tube. That way, I can collect everyone's breaths of joy.
Oh, nice. It's kind of weird, but okay.
Sounds fascinating. Are you gonna use them in your research? Yes. I believe these breaths of joy will serve as valuable raw materials for alchemical transmutation. With any luck, I'll be able to produce something truly miraculous.
Well, at least she's doing that instead of like hoarding them, and she's like, oh, every time I feel a little bit down, I just take my collection of breaths of joy and then I go, wait, that's weird. That's weird. You like try to suck out the air from the bottle and then she's like, yep, joy, I feel it now. She's really inhaling some copium on that one. All right, like an extra sweet flower or an extra sweet sunsetia.
Darn, now Paimon's hungry. Wait, you're doing this on purpose, aren't you?
Actually, I meant something even more exciting than that. I can't say for sure until I have more test results to confirm my hypothesis, though. Alchemists mustn't make claims they can't live up to. Anyway, I'm still missing one final breath of joy.
Oh, is that all you need help with? That's easy. Just treat Paimon to a sweet madame. Then you'll get your last breath of joy.
I dropped my coaster. That always happens when I have a drink with a lot of condensation on it. Like I carry the coaster halfway and then it drops and it freaks me out. More like sweet madame breath. Madame. Paimon, be serious.
Hey, come on! Paimon's doing her best to help, okay? So, does it need to be more like official or ceremonious or something?
No, joy isn't measured in those terms at all. Let me put it this way. Have you ever planted a fruit seed and cared for it while it grows?
Yeah.
In the same way that those tender, sweet fruits are the product of your time and effort, the amount of joy derived from an experience is positively correlated to the degree of hardship overcome during it. For example, in my case, I would say that to experience a statistically significant amount of joy, I'd have to do something like spend 6 months developing a medicine formula to a point where it was finally consistently effective.
No, cool.
Similarly, in order to collect a significant amount of joy from other people, I have to find ways to do something sufficiently challenging on their behalf.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. Long story short, you want us to help you find people for you to help. Oh, that's pretty tough given that it's the Windblume Festival and all.
Yeah.
Oh, I figured since you're such experienced travelers, you might have some ideas. But if even you don't know how to approach this...
Don't worry, we can't give up yet. Leave this to me.
Really? You have a plan?
Experience is on my side. We just burst into the room and everyone suddenly raises their hand saying, "Traveler, can you help with this?" That's the plan.
Well, if he's in, then Paimon will help too. With the talking, anyway.
Nice. We have our jobs. Let's set out.
But, if things don't work out, can Paimon still get that sweet madame? Oh, come on, Traveler. This is a festival of gratitude and love, after all. How could you refuse?
Excuse me, Sucrose? Could I borrow you for a second? Package for you.
Oh, sure. Be right back.
Wait, is that who Paimon thinks it is? That's COLLEI, right? When did she arrive at Mondstadt?
Yeah, COLLEI! Visiting Amber! Oh yeah, we're gonna get our COLLEI Amber moment. Let's go.
Let's go say hi.
A Gathering of Outlanders. Sounds like we're gonna have some different people from the different nations. Oh, she's right there. What are you guys talking about?
And that's everything. Are they all in satisfactory condition?
Yep. Thank you, Marjorie.
Sounds good. Yeah, it's so pretty.
COLLEI, hey!
Hey, you guys. What are the chances?
You were staring into space just now. Something the matter?
No, don't worry. I'm fine.
She seems a little down.
I was just looking at a Mondstadt children's book in the souvenir shop over there. While I was flipping through it, a piece of paper fell out. The writing on it was really mysterious. Almost like a prophecy. If you can do these things, you may light the lantern of utmost joy and receive a supreme blessing.
Oh, I forgot she's learning how to read. Right?
And what does these things refer to?
Find a flower that is not of this world. Find a guide who will never get lost. Find one who would never lie. Find a
Legend that never ends.
Yeah, I can't remember. I think was Tignari teaching her how to read? Was giving her lessons? I can't remember actually.
So, 4 things in total. Here, have a look. I asked a lady who owns the store about it, but she said that she didn't know anything about any paper slips.
Perhaps we can ask a friend about this later. Another event, another mystery.
Hi there.
This is our
Sorry to butt
joy.
in,
Ah,
but-
yes.
What's the name of that storybook you just mentioned?
Oh, it was called The Boar Princess.
Oh yeah, we should read that.
That is strange. I've read that book, and it sounds like that note you found has no relation to the story at all.
Do you know her?
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah, we do. Sucrose just coming in and interrupting our conversation.
Let Paimon do the honors. COLLEI, this is Sucrose, an alchemist with the Knights of Favonius. And Sucrose, meet COLLEI. She's a trainee forest ranger from Sumeru's Avidia Forest. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, they're both bad with meeting people. They can be friends then.
This is getting awkward fast. They're both so shy.
We need an Amber. We need an Amber and a Albedo / Klee to break the ice.
So, Sucrose, what are your thoughts on this prophecy? Could it be real?
Without having done any research, I couldn't comment definitively. But if you want my subjective opinion, I don't think that it's a nasty prank or anything.
Why not?
The only people who read children's books are those with a childlike wonder and imagination. Or children, of course. I'm sure that whoever put this prophecy there would understand that. Would they really do this just to spread lies and ruin someone's innocence? I can't imagine anyone being so cruel.
That's a great take. I love it. Exactly. Who would want to hurt a child's feelings? Okay, so what do you think the blessing is, Sucrose?
If I had to guess, maybe a fairy that can make people's wishes come true or something? I haven't read many fairy tales, so this is pure speculation, with no other information on hand or prior research to compare against. I'm afraid it might not even be worth considering.
Wow. Her guesswork is really good, though. I want to pick her brain some more.
They're always doing this inside the character's head in their internal monologue. We're continuing with this train.
But will she find it annoying if I keep asking her questions? We've only just met after all. What's the best thing to say to someone you're meeting for the first time?
Although that is what my internal monologue would be going through as well. Would you like to get the lantern of utmost joy?
Well, yes. I mean, if possible.
Then, what would you wish for, COLLEI?
I'd wish for a better personality.
Me too, though. I mean, maybe, probably not. I mean, I'd wish for like a vacation to a nice place, but that's a second.
Huh? You can't waste it on that. You've got a great personality already.
Yeah, and you were just cured of Irmin's soul. She was just cured of her disease. She's got a great personality. She's got a lot to live for.
That's very kind of you. But if you know me like I do... COLLEI! I know that voice! It's...
Yeah, the reunion!
COLLEI!
I wish that was highlighted more in the game. They're like all of the stuff with COLLEI in the manga, which I have not read, but that I've heard mentionings about, is so like interesting and cool, and I mean, not cool, but you know what I mean. It's like we didn't really see any of that in the game. It's just that like she already had the disease and everything like that. We didn't really get into her backstory a whole ton. I mean, it was like mentioned, but I would have liked to see it. And like this reuniting with Amber, it would feel more significant if like you had read the manga, or if you had any of that prior information. I mean, we knew they were friends, but anyway, I would have just liked to see it in the story.
You made good time, huh? You're way earlier than I expected. I spotted your green hair way off in the distance. Good thing my eyes are sharp, or I'd have missed you.
Amber, have you been doing well? Did you finish all the pita pockets I brought you last time?
You bet. They're getting yummier each time you make them.
Huh? Wait, remind Paimon, have you been to Mondstadt before?
Yeah, we didn't even know this part.
Mm-hmm. A long time ago, I had a lot of help from a lot of people here in Mondstadt.
Maybe we'll go into a little bit of it in this quest,
So
actually.
ever since my Elazar got better,
Elazar,
I've
not
been looking out
Erminsol.
for an opportunity to
That's
come
the other
back to
thing.
Mondstadt and tell them all the news that I've been cured.
Great, good for you.
Thanks.
If it's okay with everyone, why don't I take COLLEI for a walk around town? I'd like to show her some of the places she didn't get to see last time.
Of course. Fine by me.
Sure, go right ahead. Sorry, Amber. I agreed to meet my traveling companions by the city gate in a few minutes, so I can't go with you just yet.
Oh, that's all right. In that case, you guys go rest up, and I'll go see Master Jean to ask for some time off.
Oh, okay.
Traveler Sucrose, could you look after COLLEI for now? I'll come get her later and take her out. There's still a whole bunch of people I need to introduce her to.
Nice.
Sure, no problem.
You can count on us.
Awesome. See you later then.
Off she goes.
You all right there, COLLEI? You look kinda disappointed. I'm sorry. I'm just feeling a little shy today. Don't worry about me. Amber wants to introduce me to more of her friends. Am I gonna be able to cope?
Well, at least she seemed to get a lot better once Amber was there.
I've only met Sucrose so far, and I'm already struggling to make conversation. I wish I had a little more self-confidence. Then I'd find it much easier to make friends with people. It's nearly time! Let's go to the gate and see if they've arrived.
All right. To the gate for more visitors. More Outlanders. Yeah, the city's so cute. Looks so nice. Timmy, leading the charge, welcoming people to
Why is this
Mondstadt. Let's
humble windmill
go.
such a great view.
I mean, it's understandable. It must have been a long time since you last came to Mondstadt.
Because it is the true Great Vayu Viastra.
Vayu Viastra. Is that supposed to be a pun?
Oh, come on. Don't tell me you don't get it.
I don't get it.
View, Vayu, and also Mahamatra, Vayu Viastra. No?
Maybe. I still don't get it.
Kainari, Sino, over here!
Whew, am I glad to see you. And who's this young lady?
Master, this is Sucrose, an alchemist with the Knights of Favonius. We just met.
Hello.
Sucrose, this is my teacher Tainari. He's a highly respected forest watcher in Sumeru, and he's also a very famous botanist.
COLLEI's exaggerating. I'm Tainari. Pleased to meet you.
So you have a teacher as well. The pleasure is all mine, Tainari, sir.
Yep, he's extremely knowledgeable too. And this is General Mahamatra Sino of the Sumeru Academia. He's really famous in Sumeru as well.
I imagine Sino just taking over the cat's tail for the duration that he's here. Oh my goodness, there's so much condensation on the desk. And making everyone that comes into the cat's tail face him in Genius Invocation TCG.
Greetings. Though if I might say so, we're purely here for personal reasons. You needn't be unduly concerned with our official positions. And COLLEI, there's no need to use my full title. Sino is fine. Or sir, if you absolutely must.
Sino's casual here. Vacation Sino? We got the vacation Sino for this trip?
Indeed. We're not here in an official capacity, just to keep COLLEI company on her vacation.
Keep me company? But it was you two that insisted on coming.
COLLEI is very important to us. We felt obliged to ensure her safety on the long, treacherous journey to Mondstadt.
But I've been here on my own loads of times before.
It's okay, it's nice to travel with friends.
What about your work, though? What if something bad happens while the General Mahamatra's away?
There should be no issues. I have left my duties in the hands of my subordinates, and 2 especially reliable helpers.
Oh, Sucrose. What were you saying about you having a teacher as well?
I was just going to mention that I think we're in a somewhat similar situation. I'm an assistant to Mr. Albedo, Mondstadt's genius alchemist.
I can't wait for the day. I feel like we're gonna live it out until Sucrose gets a promotion. Like, she is done being the assistant. She's gonna become her own alchemist, open up a little shop, and not a shop, but maybe a research lab by herself. It can be next to Albedo's, but she's gonna be like her own research alchemist, and it's gonna be great. I'm ready to see that day Sucrose is promoted.
Oh, please, Sucrose. Genius is an unnecessary epithet. It will serve only to leave an exaggerated impression of me in the minds of our guests.
Mr. Albedo, but it is an objective truth.
Hey, Albedo's here too! Great! The more the merrier!
Everyone introduces themselves and exchanges pleasantries.
So tell me, Sucrose, since your specialty is bioalchemy, what do you know about the antitoxic properties of the calla lily?
Wait! Can we hold off on the nerdy topic for now? Paimon doesn't want to be left out.
Oh, as it happens, I've studied the calla lily in quite some detail before, with it being a species native to Mondstadt.
Wow, Paimon was just ignored.
I wrote a whole report on my findings. If you're interested, Mr. Tainari, sir, I can go get it for you.
We're supposed to be here on vacation, and you're already thinking about how to improve your herbal medicines? Also, I thought we'd agreed to take on new identities for this trip.
New identities?
What new identities?
Mine was Adventurer Sino, skilled desert explorer. Tainari's was technological consultant to the treasure hoarders, and COLLEI's was traveling musician.
And you find that sort of roleplay fun?
Very much so.
Okay, nice. Oh, we got a Sucrose trying to join our world. Sorry, Sucrose. Okay. That's how Sino relaxes, how he unwinds on vacation. He does role-playing. That's the only way he gets out of thinking about work.
I do wish some of the less cautious adventurers in the Avidya forest would consider coming to Mondstadt instead. What Philanimo mushrooms lack in texture, they make up for in not causing vomiting or diarrhea.
Are you contemplating using some compounds from the calla lily as active ingredients in a targeted antidote?
They clearly were not listening to the mumblings of Sino right there. They just ignored their character roles.
Yes, I gathered a few on the way here, and my initial research suggests to me that it could be worth a try.
Okay, I got it. But as much as I don't wish to be a wet blanket, it takes a huge amount of experimental data to conclusively prove how different drugs interact. Estimating the total development time would be very difficult. Add in the time for procurement and delivery of essential materials, and I'm not sure if we could complete development before you need to return.
Then please, allow me to help.
All right. Albedo was just figuring
Mr.
it out.
Albedo.
Apologies for my tardy entrance in the present discussion. I understand you're looking to make an antidote for poisonous fungi, correct?
I don't know where our... I'm still thinking about the breath of joy.
If
We
you
lost
happen to
that.
have some samples with you, or relevant documentation on hand, perhaps you might give me the chance to review them later. But before that, I invite the three of you to look at this.
Food and lodging arrangements. Accommodations. One of Mr. Goth's other properties. Properties. Priority. The Adventurers Guild reception area. Backup plan to be confirmed. Food. Group meals on the first day, following which all are free to make their own arrangements amidst the city's various restaurants and taverns. Self-catering facilities will be prepared at lodgings. Outdoor activities. Considering our guest sightseeing interests, Sucrose, Timaeus, myself, and some of the other Knights of Favonius can accompany our guests, splitting into groups where necessary. Obtaining souvenirs. Multiple collection methods. With wind comes glory. The outdoors themselves, creation through alchemy and handcrafting are all possibilities. Scientific observations. Emphasis on botany. Official business. No such needs at the moment. Wow. Albedo's got it all planned out.
Food and lodging arrangements? Were you quietly writing this up the whole time? Paimon didn't even notice.
Impressive multitasking.
Hardly. Rather, I should apologize for interrupting a serious discussion between trained professionals, especially after they've traveled so far to be here, when I myself am neither an adventurer, nor a technological consultant, nor a musician. Nevertheless, I would encourage you to have a knowledgeable local arrange your detailed itinerary while you're in Mondstadt.
Albedo, the travel consultant. Travel, what are those called? Travel, you hire a travel... A travel agent? Yes. A travel agent. Your local Mondstadt travel agent.
Take a look. And should you find anything here to be objectionable, it can easily be adjusted.
This is too kind of you. These arrangements are quite excellent.
It looks great! Even Paimon feels like tagging along for the food and board.
You're not included in this itinerary. What do you think? What do you three think?
That's why it's called tagging along.
Very comprehensive. The adventurer, technological consultant, and musician all approve. Thank you.
Just one thing. We'd like the chance to cook as well. Why don't we change the group dinner to a camping and cooking trip?
I'll help pitch the tents.
I can help too.
And Paimon will take him to Good Hunter to order some starters. Mondstadt's cold cut platter is not to be missed.
Nice idea. I'm looking forward to it already.
Great, then it's decided. Sucrose and I will bring the three of you to your inn for a quick rest. You two, let's meet by the lake this evening.
Okay. Sounds like we're just going on vacation in Mondstadt for Windblume so far.
Welcome to Mondstadt. Hope you enjoy the Windblume Festival.
Thank you, Lawrence. Okay. To Good Hunter. Been a while.
Hey, Sarah, can we have a cold cut platter to go?
Sure, coming right up. Would you like anything else?
Do we, want anything else?
Paimon wants something else. If we must, one sweet madame, I guess. That'll be all. Ooh, we'll probably end up getting it for Paimon anyways.
Just the best.
Yeah.
Paimon will give you the sweet flower from that sweet madame as a Windblume.
Just don't ruin your appetite for later.
No need to worry about that. Paimon can make room for good food.
All right, just a moment.
In the time it takes Sarah to pack up the cold cut platter, Paimon polishes off the sweet madame.
That was great. If that was a Windblume treat, then Paimon wishes it could be the Windblume Festival every day.
All right, heading over to the camping site. Where are we camping? Near the lake. Okay. Just out here. I hope there's a cute cutscene for the Windblume Festival. I feel like the past... Well, Lantern Rite always gets a cute cutscene, but... the other festivals haven't really gotten... cutscenes. Oh, we have a... something happening over here. Knight of Favonius, Adventures. Oh, pardon me.
All right, looks like we're all here.
We're not late, are we?
Not at all. We just came early to set everything up, since we happen to be free today. COLLEI put up the tent so quickly, but still managed to tie very sturdy knots. You can really tell that she's a professional.
Nice. Maybe we'll get COLLEI's Breath of Joy from this little mystery quest thing.
I didn't do much apart from passing materials around.
Thanks. It's all thanks to Master and Sino. They taught me everything I know.
What can I say? For a skilled adventurer, this is just another day on the job.
Everyone else, Sino is going to be the only one that stays in character for his adventurer persona. And everyone else is going to forget about it, but Sino really likes the roleplay.
Are you quite finished? Or were you going to sing each other's praises till the moon rises? Come on, let's all sit down.
Everyone brings out their food and starts cooking. After a delicious feast, everyone sits around the campfire.
That sunshine sprat was really very good. I didn't watch you cook it, but I believe that the prominent umami flavor of the dish owes itself to more than the fish alone.
I can't think, when someone says umami flavor, I have a very hard time conceptualizing what that is. Like, I actually don't remember what someone says it tastes like, but I don't think I've really ever experienced it myself, and I'd be like, oh, that's a umami flavor right there.
That's correct. Any further deductions?
Let me think. The aroma was quite uniform. Unlike that of a spice blend, it was also unfamiliar to me. So I would venture that it was a Mondstadt specialty. As far as edible Mondstadt plant species are concerned, calla lilies are usually used in soups. So if I had to guess, small lampgrass?
That's right. I've long heard that Sumeru's fish with cream sauce is noted for its gentle texture, which brings out the tenderness of the fish. Here
This is making me hungry.
We're not quite as varied in the use of spices as in Sumeru, but the principle of bringing certain distinct flavors to the forefront through combinations of natural ingredients is very much the same.
I'm getting hungry.
I liked it a lot. I'm curious as to
That
the
would be me.
exact ratio of
I have no other words. It's just, yeah, I thought it was good. It didn't suck.
I'll write a copy of the recipe for you.
Would anyone like to try the nutrient-dense meal I made?
I don't know. I feel like Sucrose isn't really a great cook. She's looking expectant, like, why isn't anyone touching the nutrient-dense meal I made? Come on, guys. Oh. Ew. mean, maybe we'll take one for the team.
I'll have some.
What about you, COLLEI?
Sino will take one for the team.
It doesn't look like you've eaten very much. Is your appetite low at the moment?
No. I just don't eat a lot normally. Sorry. I didn't mean to make things awkward.
Not awkward.
Tighnari, while we were on the road, we spotted something white, walking on two legs. Was that Paimon?
Is this a joke? Is this like the intro to a joke? Also, she would never be walking on her two legs, perpetually flying, but continue.
Which day was this?
Just after passing through Stonegate.
Sino, are you sure your eyes were working that day? Or maybe your hood was blocking your vision?
I like that little, you did not see me.
Paimon always flies. There's no way she'd ever walk.
Even she, yeah. There you go.
Is that right?
Maybe it was a bird.
I thought that you'd made me snacked on too many local ground nuts.
Did you see a squirrel? What's white? A frost boar? I don't know. Ground nuts? I still don't get it. Why are Sino's jokes eluding me?
No? Not funny?
I didn't get it. I'm confused. What is the joke? You just said words.
Ground, you know. As in ground up, but also the ground. Ground nuts make you fall to the ground.
Do they? Is no one gonna interject? Is no one gonna stop him from explaining? I guess the explaining is part of Sino's joking.
Think of this as part of the process of getting to know Sino. On the bright side, these jokes show that he thinks of you as his friends.
That's nice. He's never shared a joke with us. Okay, yeah, the entire Archon quests that we spent with Sino, we did not get a single joke out of him. So this is new. Why is it only in the event that we see this new side of Sino? Prankster, jokester, role-playing Sino. He's his own theater troupe right there.
Still, we could test the hypothesis.
What hypothesis?
That plant species indigenous to Mondstadt may have an effect on the motor functions of flying lifeforms.
Hey! Paimon's not your test subject! Anyway, by your logic, wouldn't that mean that eating, say, Zaitun peaches, that would make a sick Paimon peachy in no time or something?
Or that eating enough lavender melons would have no effect? I say we put these theories to test. Yeah, I want to see Paimon on the ground. Ground Paimon.
Hey! Not you two! I think the Traveler and Paimon's conversations are more entertaining than Sino's jokes.
Are they? Are they, COLLEI?
I see. You must have been keeping quiet about this grievance for quite some time now.
Oh no. Don't hurt Sino's feelings.
You seem much cheerier now that you're here in Mondstadt, Sino. Actually, it feels like you're a completely different person.
That's because I'm Sino the Adventurer.
That's not funny. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. He takes his role-playing seriously. I see. So there was no jokes before because this isn't Sino. This is Sino the Adventurer. Regular Sino the Mahamatra does not joke.
It's not?
In fairness,
I thought it was kind
you
of funny.
only saw him in his work mode while you were in Sumeru. He's actually like this most of the time when he's in a good mood.
Yep, it's true. Sometimes when he's eating, he'll grumble about how the bowl is too shallow for the amount of food it contains and other random stuff like that.
I understand. Then allow me to reintroduce myself. Before, you knew me as General Mahamatra Sino, Now, please see me as Sino the Adventurer.
You don't need to put the adventurer on the end. It's Sino is just fine.
Yeah, so that's another thing he does. He'll keep repeating something he thinks is funny until you stop trying to resist.
I do that too, kind of. I do that too, kind of. I think something is funny, I'll just reuse it. Why did the mushroom go to the I messed it up. Why did the mushroom go to the party? He was a fun guy.
So you have two different mental states? Almost like different phases of matter. Interesting. I want to learn to do that too.
Yeah, Sucrose is role-playing different phase of matter is... I don't know. Maybe she's really outgoing. Maybe she's the musician. She turns into Nilu when she lets her hair down.
I think in your case, the two states we would end up with would be highly conscientious Sucrose and stupefied Sucrose.
Oh no.
Oh, by the way, was there any reason in particular that you chose Mondstadt as your destination on this occasion?
Actually, turning into Ningguang would be like I'd say out of the playable characters, the opposite of Sucrose. I would think Ningguang. Very authoritative and put together. Not that Sucrose isn't put together, but commanding. Confident. All those things. The opposite of Sucrose.
Oh, well, Lisa once told me that the Windblume Festival is one of Mondstadt's biggest events of the year. I wanted to take this opportunity to give everyone a Windblume as a token of my heartfelt gratitude for everything they've done to look after me.
Plus, it was a good chance for COLLEI to get out and meet some new people.
COLLEI, Lily.
Ha ha ha. Ah.
What?
Yeah, I got that one.
COLLEI's Windblume. Maybe she should call it a COLLEI Lily. It sounds very Mondstadt.
What is this music? Is this like the stand-up? Sino on stand-up? This is his background music.
There's also cauliflower, which would technically make more sense. But somehow, it doesn't sound as nice.
Yeah!
Moving swiftly
Boo! Get
on.
off the stage!
Wow, he just completely ignored the joke and carried on the conversation. Guess sometimes that's the only way forward.
Sumeru's been through some major changes recently, and things at work have only just started to calm down. I don't get many opportunities to take a vacation, and this was a chance to join COLLEI on her trip while also learning a few things about Mondstadt's flora and fauna that I'll be able to pass on to my peers and students on my return. Two birds with one stone.
How about you, Sino?
I came to ensure COLLEI's safety.
That's just an excuse. Plain and simple.
Also, there's the matter of a Genius Invocation TCG custom-made card back.
Okay.
Aha! So you did have an ulterior motive.
Have you all played Genius Invocation TCG before?
I have. I don't know if I want to play with you right now, though. So maybe we should lie. No, we have.
And that is why I am proud to call you my friend.
Great.
When I first began contemplating getting a new card back, I asked around before eventually deciding to ask the legendary Mr. Calx for guidance. A friend of mine, Sawada, whom I played cards with on occasion, had been to Inazuma for the Irodori festival. He told me that Calx was a Mondstadter, so I should try my luck there.
Well, you came to the right place.
Calx? Isn't that...
You mean, he's a friend of yours?
I see. So, you came to Mondstadt in search of Calx.
I think it's... Why does everyone have, like... I guess I get it, the pen names, but... Albedo and Xingqiu sitting there talking about their personas and being like, ah, yes, you're looking for Calx. I think I could get you in touch, maybe, if you're lucky.
No, that is inaccurate. I came here principally to protect COLLEI.
You most certainly did not. COLLEI's been here on the quiet numerous times, and this is the first time you felt the need to join.
Not only me, same applies to you too, doesn't it?
If my writer friend were here now, I'm sure he would describe this curious coincidence as having the makings of a good story. It's always a pleasure to meet a fan.
Oh, here it comes.
Here it comes!
Wait, you mean you're Mr. Calx?
Having my new friends address me by my pen name feels somewhat unusual. Please, just call me Albedo.
Huh. So you're Calx. Sino's been talking about you non-stop recently. He's intent on getting you to design a bespoke card back for him.
You didn't have to say all that.
I don't usually take private commissions, but I believe that we are friends now, all of us. Our conversations have been deep and interesting, and Sino, your passion for this game is indeed one of a kind. I can see it in your eyes.
That very intense gaze, yeah, that is a TCG card player or I guess Geniusification card player if I've ever seen one.
Obviously.
And given that you've come all this way from Sumeru to see me, I'd be quite honored to take this commission.
Wow, your teacher's so nice.
I feel the same about yours. Well, they definitely have different personalities, but they're similar when it comes to their character.
So, how much should I budget for the timeless masterpiece you will produce for me?
Surely, timeless masterpiece is something of an overstatement.
Any artwork fit to appear on the reverse of my card decks is by definition a timeless masterpiece, even if I do say so myself.
Wow.
Don't mind him. These TCG nutjobs are all like this.
I see. So, this has an almost religious significance. Well, for starters, I'd like to hear a few more of your jokes.
Oh my goodness. Albedo's a fan. He's the one fan at Sino's comedy shows.
My jokes? You like them?
I do.
Don't sound so surprised.
Really? I didn't see you laughing.
Yeah, well, the joke's ability to induce laughter is a separate matter, but I certainly find them fun.
If I might interrupt, does anyone else smell something strange?
My nutritional meal. Will it be okay? Should we go over and take a look too?
I don't think it can be salvaged. All right, you guys stay here, hang out.
Only the base is burned. We can still use the cooking pot. It just needs a bit of a wash.
Good thing Tainari's nose is so sharp. Has he been in this kind of situation a lot before?
Don't let it get you down, Sucrose.
I know, it's just... I'm sorry to disappoint Sino. I guess we'll have to do this again another day. Oh, yes. I'm not sure if you've noticed. COLLEI seems a little... depressed. I noticed she was in a low mood when everyone was talking.
Is she? I get that feeling as well.
Remember that note she received? I was just thinking. I want to try solving this riddle and giving COLLEI the chance to accept the blessing.
Oh, yeah! She's someone who needs your help.
Yep, she can give you her joy breath.
Exactly. Maybe she'll be willing to breathe into my test tube. But anyway, that can wait. As much as I'd like to make progress in my research, I'd prefer to see her smile.
All right, we'll help out too.
You will? Then tell me, honestly, do you think that this prophecy is for real too?
I know how I can find out.
Right.
I'll be back shortly.
All right. Let's meet at the alchemy crafting bench in the city. I've got some thinking to do in the meantime. We're back.
Oh, what a shame. You just missed a joke about windmills.
Oh, what a shame. You want to retell it?
Stop, please. I don't need to hear it a 5th time.
That bad, huh? Well, now Paimon really wants to hear it for some reason.
I know. Sino. Spare us. I mean, don't spare us. It might be really funny. Who knows?
Didn't you say you want to see the Dragon of the East at some point? When are you going?
Tomorrow morning. And you? What are your plans?
I'll go into the mountains to have a stroll and collect a few plants as samples.
Oh, perhaps I could join you? I'll be looking for inspiration for these card back illustrations.
Hopefully it's really epic.
Found you!
Amber and Eula!
I knew I was onto something as soon as I saw the fire.
Wow, you have really sharp eyes.
That's an outrider for you.
Uh-oh. Did we break the fire safety rules or something?
Oh yeah, we're probably gonna see Mika. Mika, is in Eula's troop, right? So we might see him around her.
Actually, you didn't. Strictly speaking, you should have reported your plans first. But since 2 of our very own alchemists are here, I'm happy to look the other way. Yes, introductions. I'm Amber, and this is the Reconnaissance Company Captain Eula, a good friend of mine.
Eula! Eula, who hasn't had a rerun in over a year. Let's go! We almost forgot you were a character.
Good evening. You are
No,
friends
I
of
would never
COLLEI,
forget
yes?
you, Eula.
A pleasure to meet you.
Oh, Amber and Eula. The pleasure is ours. I've heard a lot about both of you from COLLEI.
Oh, really? All positive, I hope.
You asked that last time, too. Of course it was positive.
I'd say. We hear the latest news about you every time you write to COLLEI.
Glad to know we've made a good impression so far. Anyway, we're just here to collect COLLEI, so don't let us interrupt your chat. Come on, COLLEI. We're gonna take you to check out a few scenic spots.
Okay, great.
COLLEI gets so much more excited when Amber's around.
Still as high energy as always.
You know Amber?
Yeah, where's our manga? We need like a little manga flashback. It doesn't need to be a cutscene. I just want to see what happened. I'm out of the know. I haven't read it.
Yes, we've met. She's COLLEI's most important friend. And for that, we are also very grateful to her.
That's Amber for you. Her outgoing personality means she can make friends with just about anybody.
It's getting late, and we still have a lot lined up tomorrow. I suggest we all head back and get some rest.
Yeah, we should preserve our energy.
All right, I'll start packing up.
Everyone packs up and says their goodbyes in the dark of night.
You're gonna get the tone-deaf bard to check out that note, aren't you?
That's right. You don't need to sound so down about it, Paimon. You don't have to come if you don't really want to see him.
Guess Paimon knows you pretty well, huh? Knowing him, he should be hitting the taverns around this time. We can go corner him and make him answer our questions. Let's move!
You know, I would see Venti as a Genius Invocation TCG player at the Cat's Tail. I mean, he has a residence at Angel Share, but the Cat's Tail, I could feel like we could see him going, like making a move in TCG and like, no, I won. My Venti, my non-existent Venti card is superior to yours. Oh, is he in the back? Oh yeah, there he is.
Oh, it's been a while.
Actually, he would probably fall asleep in the middle of playing TCG.
Paimon,
Now that I think about it.
Tone-deaf bard drinking as usual. Put your drink down and get your game face on. We've got some important questions for you, mister.
Yeah, get your game face on.
Okay.
You tell Venti about the mysterious prophecy.
So, what do you make of it?
Yeah, any thoughts?
Aren't you forgetting something? It's the Windblume Festival right now. You can't just go around asking people for help so blatantly.
Okay.
Ugh. Well, if you won't tell us the answer, could you at least tell us if this thing's worth a shot?
Sounds to me like you want a hint or two.
And a blessing or two to boot.
A fine answer. The person who wrote this prophecy is very powerful. If you manage to solve the riddle, good things are sure to happen.
So you wrote it. Right?
Also, I happen to know where this lantern is. Once you've found the 4 things, I'll even write the location down for you. Isn't that generous of me?
Whatever. We weren't expecting much from you anyway. You can get back to guzzling wine and blowing wind now.
Oh, woe is me. Paimon sees me as nothing more than a drunken wastrel. There are actually a great many things that we bards are required to do. It just happens that enjoying life is the most important one. Once this is over, would you like to join me for a drink? You know, a favor for a favor.
Sure. Sure. That's all he wants from us? To have a drink with us afterwards? We can do that. That's easy. All right, to Sucrose.
Ancient alchemy truly is fascinating.
A flower that is not of this world. Not of this world.
Sucrose! We've got some good news and some bad news. Which would you like to hear first?
Let's have the bad news first, I guess.
Huh? Really? Don't most people usually want to hear the good stuff first?
Just get to the point, Paimon.
Oh,
I would
all
also
right, then.
say...
Basically, we went to Windrise to divine the breeze.
We divined the breeze. Yeah, we divined the wine at Angel's Share. But I'm also the same. I would want to hear the bad news first and then the good news. So that, like, you have something okay after the bad news. You have something to look forward to, give you some more hope. Unless the good news is that there is no good news. And it's just, there's no bad news. So it depends on the good news.
The wind said that the prophecy is real and that your idea is a really good one.
That doesn't sound like bad news. So what's the real bad news then?
Paimon ate the bad news.
Is that a Paimon joke? Are you taking after Sino now?
Blame Sino. If it's not funny, then it's his fault.
It's fine. Well, that puts my mind at rest. Now, back to the other issue I've been mulling over. I was thinking about the flower that is not of this world. It could mean a human-cultivated variety that doesn't occur in nature. But that's basically claiming that it doesn't come from this world in the first place, when actually it's just a variant of an existing breed.
A flower not of this world? The flower from our sister? In our sister's hair? What? No, that's definitely not it, because we already did that quest. We already did the sister, the lore, the Dainsleif quest. We're not getting any more for another year. Let's not even think of it.
So, the initial question is, can the flower's origins be traced back to a natural organism? If so, it cannot be correctly described as not of this world.
And I think the flower was from Conria, so I guess that doesn't even fit the bill anyways.
But then, supposing we identified something outside of that category, whose job would it be to decide whether it belongs in this world or not? Then the question becomes, do of this world and from this world mean the same thing? Or is it deeper than that?
Oh my.
Whoa, slow down! Paimon's head is already starting to spin.
Okay, I did have one other line of thought as well. What about a flower created using alchemy? Would that be not of this world?
If by that you mean a flower from beyond this world, Albedo did make something like that once, yeah.
Albedo may know the answer, but asking him right away would be like asking the teacher for the answers to your exam paper. It would render our search for the truth meaningless. I'd rather try and figure this out for myself.
Could it be the Windblume?
Oh, now that you mention it, that's definitely a possibility.
I didn't do the Windblume Festival from There was none last year. So the year before? So I don't know. Is the Windblume... Actually, was there a Windblume festival from last year? I don't think so. Yeah, so I don't remember what the Windblume really is.
The Windblume doesn't refer to a specific flower. Everyone defines what it means for themselves.
Ah, okay. Makes sense.
In which case, the Windblume doesn't exist in reality. This does seem like a promising direction.
So it can just be any flower and then you call it the Windblume.
I've made a note. Okay, I better go read up on this.
Yay! Paimon was actually useful this time! Guess we have that sweet madame to thank, huh?
Even a broken clock is right. Twice a day. We're counting on you for the rest, Paimon.
I'll need some time to prepare. Could we meet up here in, say, 2 days' time?
Sure thing! In the meantime, we'll also think about the other 3 riddles in the prophecy. But, since we're really going for this now, shouldn't we say something to COLLEI about it?
I originally wanted to leave it as a surprise for her, and I also didn't want to get her hopes up over nothing. But you're right, Paimon. I'll need to be careful how I word it. But I'll try to find some time over the next couple days to mention it to her.
Understood.
All right. Thanks so much.
Oh, there it is. There we are. Okay. I was expecting to go meet Sino at Storm Terrace, but okay.
Today's the day. Let's go meet up with Sucrose.
All right, but yeah, we're starting back in with Sucrose.
Sucrose, we're here!
Hello.
Oh, Traveler, Paimon. I only just arrived myself, so I'm still getting ready. Ah, and COLLEI just passed by a moment ago. She said she had some things to sort out at the inn where she's staying, but she'll meet up with us when she's done. Apparently, Tighnari and Sino both went out, but she stayed behind because she wanted to help us.
Understood. How's the progress been on your end?
Not too bad. After reviewing it again with fresh eyes, I came up with a new theory which seems to hold some water. I'll attempt to explain it as simply as I can. I believe that each of the 4 things in the prophecy refers to a different field of knowledge. So, in a way, the prophecy is a test of the reader's intelligence. But it's unlikely for any one person to have expertise in all these different areas. So I suggest that we seek out one expert from each and get their opinion.
Makes sense.
Also, in 2 out of the 4 areas, the prophecy seems to want us to find specific people. It may even turn out that the people themselves are the answers.
So it sounds like we should put our heads together and list out the people who can help us.
Exactly. I think we can go through each riddle in turn and generate 4 groups of names to match the 4 questions.
That makes sense.
Alright, then let's start from group 1. The first riddle was, a flower that is not of this world.
Right, we were thinking alchemy for this.
Personally, I would still go with Albedo for this one. Alchemy is the most likely to have to do with otherworldly things, and he is by far the leading expert in this regard.
You'd count as an expert too, you know.
Exactly! You're the creator of the tetratanic sweet flower. Who knows? Maybe that's the flower we're looking for.
True, I forgot about that.
Huh? You really think so?
Oh, but what about Tighnari? He's a forest watcher and knows all about plants. If it's a flower we're looking for, maybe he's the man for the job.
So basically, we're all the man for the job. Just our entire team.
I'll add him to the list as well. On to group 2. This subject is a guide who will never get lost.
Amber. Maybe. I don't know.
That's kind of abstract. Does it just mean someone who never loses their way?
Wait, but they have to be able to guide others too. So it's not quite as simple as that.
Perhaps an astrologer then?
You mean Mona? Yeah, she definitely count.
Mona. Yes, she certainly seems very confident. And she can use her astrology to guide people.
Would Bennett count?
Why him?
Well, his luck's so bad that as long as you go in the opposite direction from him, You'll always be going the right way, right?
Yeah. Sure.
I see. I suppose I can't argue with that logic.
Add him to the list. Finding everyone won't take long, so one extra person won't hurt.
Add him to the list.
I know. Would Outrider Amber be a valid candidate for this category as well?
That's what I said. That's what I said first.
Yeah, she would! She's got a great sense of direction after all. As a matter of fact, when the Traveler and Paimon first came to Mondstadt, she was actually the one who gave us directions.
Yes, she's certainly a good guide.
Is there anyone else?
Let me think. Yes, I believe there may be one more. Albedo once made a set of equipment for Mika from the reconnaissance company.
Mika!
He's their surveyor and an exceptional pathfinder.
Okay, Mika.
He's even instructed others in the discipline of surveying before. So, in my view, he's highly unlikely to lose his way and would be very good at helping others find theirs.
Cool! Another one for our list!
Wait, COLLEI should have been here by now. Wonder what's taking her so long. Sorry, could we continue our chat somewhere else?
Oh, you wanna go see how she's doing, right? Sure, let's all go.
All right, sounds good. A riddle amidst the crowds. Are we gonna have to go to talk to all those people? To COLLEI! Whoa, if I can find COLLEI!
Hi, COLLEI. Hope we're not intruding or anything. Is everything okay?
Sucrose! I was preparing some stuff. Is it time already? Oh no, I'm sorry.
COLLEI seems to be wrapping gifts, and now she's frantically trying to hide it. I wonder who they're for.
Don't worry.
Probably
the Traveler
Amber.
and I only just met up. We were just worried that you might get lost along the way, so we thought that we'd come get you.
Thank you. I'm ready to join you now. How's that thing going?
Sucrose tells COLLEI about the 4 riddles and the results of your discussion.
So let's pick up where we left off.
Next up is the third line. One who would never lie. Anyone spring to mind?
Maybe D-Luke? Who's like so forward and yeah, so straightforward that they would never tell a lie. D-Luke? D-Luke? I'm trying to think of another option. George Washington. Yeah, let me just add him to the list. We'll go find him in Teyvat. The gifts are for COLLEI herself. I mean, that'd be nice. Treat herself.
You really think so? Seems like it would be pretty difficult for someone in his position to avoid having to lie.
Oh, I mean, he does lie about being the Dark Knight hero, so I guess, yeah, that's not him. Yes, his secret alter ego, the Dark Knight hero. He must have to deny it if anyone asks. In that sense, he has a complicated relationship with the truth.
Then what about Kaya? He's the cavalry
No,
captain
I would
and a
say
rather
definitely
popular
not
figure,
Kaya.
but-
That was like the opposite of... I was thinking, what is the opposite of Kaya?
You think there's something fishy about him too, huh? Yeah, he's definitely a sneaky one. Bet he lies all the time. I can't help but agree with you there. There's the tone-deaf bard.
He also
But on
lies all the
second thought,
time.
He wouldn't qualify either. He talks way too much nonsense. Is there anyone else we're missing?
Acting Grandmaster Jean? She has a good name in that regard, but from what I know, she sometimes covers up the truth out of concern for those around her.
Great, we're friends with a bunch of liars. And welcome, Acting Hero.
For example, when Lisa loses track of time in the library and misses her patrol shift, Jean will come up with some excuse, like Lisa's ill today. Also, she sometimes makes up stories to get Klee to behave. Like the one about the big monster that comes to catch naughty kids who don't go to bed on time. Do you think that rules her out?
Yeah, adults lie to kids all the time. All adults are liars. Don't trust them. I guess
Lies
COLLEI...
are still lies, but do we really have to reject her because of some harmless fibs? It's not like she had evil intentions.
This prophecy seems very strict.
No, we're the ones being strict.
Rosaria doesn't strike me as the type of person to lie.
Sure.
Oh, COLLEI, you probably haven't met her yet, have you? She's a sister from the church who looks, a little scary and not very sociable.
What gives you that impression?
She stopped by the alchemy bench once, a long time ago, and asked me about Albedo. I thought maybe she was trying to find him, for work or something. But when I asked, she just said that she was curious about him because he was so intelligent, and wanted to talk to his assistant to find out what he was like. A lot of people might have given a more tactful justification, but I could see in her face that she wasn't trying to hide anything. She was just very direct and straightforward. That's why I don't think of her as the lying type.
She wasn't the first person to come to mind, but can't argue there.
Rosaria doesn't look like the sort of person you'd want to get into a fight with. Maybe she just fights her way out of situations that some people might lie to get out of.
I can definitely see that. I've also heard the other sisters say that Rosaria doesn't even make excuses when she skips choir. She just doesn't show up.
She's a tough cookie, huh? Let's put her name down.
In that case, I think Sino fits in this list too.
True. Lying's probably more trouble than it's worth for someone like him. Kinda like with Rosaria.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Oh, and Paimon also nominates Razor. Bet he couldn't lie to save his life.
Also true.
I've also got someone else in mind. Noelle, the trainee knight. She's a very honest person. I don't think she'd tell a lie.
I don't know.
Alrighty, write her name down too.
Wait, there's one more person. You know, our long-standing staffer at the alchemy bench.
Timaeus?
Huh? You mean Timaeus?
Yes, him. Truth be told, he's been love-struck recently.
Oh, cute. Oh yeah, that was in the poster for the update.
He swore that he wouldn't say a dishonest word or slack off until he succeeds in getting the woman he loves.
Oh.
Timaeus has a crush?
Yes, that's right.
Well, who is it? Do you know her?
Wait. Okay, but aside from this crush, which probably isn't the person I'm thinking of, when Timaeus and... what is her name? The lady that's very flirty from Liyue Harbor. When we had the event with potions in Liyue, that lady was all over Timaeus. But I don't think that's who Timaeus is having a crush on. Save the lies till after the marriage. Yeah, exactly.
I've never met her. All I know is that she's from Liyue. Timaeus says that she's fun, has a great personality, and is very, very good looking.
All right, all great qualities, but that says nothing about her identity.
Since we're on the topic, helping Timaeus win the lady of his dreams was also one of my goals for this Windblume festival.
But how can we help with that?
I don't know. Make sure he uses nice paper and a fancy envelope when he sends letters to her. Help him pick a nice gift and wrap it properly. That sort of thing.
Yeah. I had the same situation once in the Avidia Forest. I helped another forest ranger out by delivering a love letter to the coworker she likes.
Yep, that sort of thing exactly. Oh, also, I helped him with some of the groundwork for one of his research projects. He must have appreciated it, because he gave me a refrigeration device that he's been developing as a thank you gift.
Is it any good?
I mean, it looks nice.
So it's not good. It's terrible.
Sounds like a no.
Alright, guess we'll put Loverboy down on the list then.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I guess. I don't think he was talking about the girl he likes when he was talking about being honest, though. I felt like he was just talking about everyone else. Which is kind of weird.
Okay, so last of all, we have a legend that never ends. Anyone come to mind for this particular line?
Venti, Zhongli, A. Not Nahida, unfortunately. Not Rukkhadevata either. Maybe Storm Terror. Or the Wolf of the North.
Lisa, perhaps? A librarian understands books best, and
Oh.
aren't most legends written down somewhere?
Not necessarily, but you do have a point.
When I think about legends, fairy tales and picture books come to mind.
Then, yeah, I'm stuck on that one.
Maybe COLLEI. She read a lot of fairy tales when Tainari was teaching her to read.
Oh, do I count?
Sucrose learned the hard way after drinking the spoiled milk from the refrigerated, from her little refrigeration gift, yeah.
Of course you do. I'll put you on the list.
Are you eligible for this one, Sucrose?
I prefer to read things like an illustrated analysis of alchemical substances and their uses, the fascinating principles of crafting, and hypotheses of life.
Fun.
Point taken. Paimon didn't quite understand any of those.
COLLEI might be a good choice. Her mother, Alice, is a renowned traveling author, so I'll bet she's been exposed to all sorts of myths and legends.
Speaking of Alice, yeah.
Alright then, COLLEI makes the shortlist.
Well, that should just about do it. Next up, we should go and ask the people on the list about the prophecy.
Do we have to ask absolutely everyone on the list? It seems like a lot of people.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, COLLEI. I definitely don't want to scour and find all those people.
It is. So, I was thinking that perhaps we should split up. That might make our search more effective.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'll go with COLLEI, and Paimon, you can go with Sucrose. That sounds fun, right?
Okie dokie.
Also, I've thought of a method of
Maybe?
gathering feedback.
Sucrose shares her idea with everyone.
No problem. We can do that.
You and the Traveler are practically joined at the hip, so you two can go together. I'll pair up with COLLEI.
No, what about my idea, Sucrose? What about my idea? That sounds pretty good too, right?
Capable COLLEI and sensible Sucrose. Sounds like a winning combination.
Okay, I promise I'll help. Capable COLLEI. Yeah, I got this.
Woo!
Rest assured that the unbeatable Traveler and Paimon will do our part too. Off we go.
Okay. All right, fine. What was I expecting?
I plan on starting from the person with the most defined stronghold. So let's go to the library. Lisa should be there.
Stronghold. That's an, interesting word to use.
Maybe den? No, that's even worse.
How about lair?
Yeah, the library is Lisa's lair. This is our Sucrose trial? I mean, it's kind of cute. We get to become Sucrose. Woo! Yeah! Blowing the books away! You guys better watch out! Why, Riot? You better watch out! Whoa! 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 Could just send Paimon to daycare. I could just imagine sending Paimon to a daycare. I could too. Well, kind of. She would be like the naughty child. She's like, I don't want to go to daycare, Traveler. I want to spend time with you. Don't leave me here.
Please be quiet within the premises and refrain from making.
She'd totally get along with the other
we
kids.
are.
She probably would.
Lisa's lair.
Oh no, that was a bad word choice. And now Sucrose is using it. It's all my fault.
Yeah, Lisa's gonna come in and say, oh, my lair? Yes, Traveler, come into my lair.
Lisa, might I ask if... Huh?
Rip, she's not even here.
Sucrose. COLLEI.
Odd standoff.
What are you doing here?
I can only SUCROSE that they were COLLEIing on someone. At least that's as far as I know.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that one, Sino. That was a good one. Gotta go up like 5 octaves to get Paimon's voice. Yeah. That was a good one. That was a good one. A real knee slapper. I like that he just says it with completely straight face.
Oh, please, just stop it with these puns. I beg you. Are you trying to win worldwide fame for unfunny jokes?
Is Lisa not here at the moment?
Yeah, COLLEI's just ignoring it. Let's just go past what happened.
Surprising, isn't it? She went out.
You're back. Okay, sounds
I'm afraid
good.
it's just us here looking for information.
Except me. I'm not here for information. Like you, I came here for an abortive search for the librarian, who is also my academia senior.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh, so you studied in the same darshan as Lisa?
That's right. Her mentor in Sumeru was also my benefactor. We were both Spontamod students.
Wow, that's cool. But wait, we're getting sidetracked. We came here to look for some information. COLLEI and I are investigating a prophecy, and we were hoping you all might be able to help.
Oh? What sort of prophecy?
Sucrose and COLLEI take turns explaining the prophecy and the information that they compiled with the Traveler.
I see. You want to ask them about the flower that is not of this world, and me about the one who would never lie.
But there's no rush. You don't need to answer right away. We're just here to tell you about the situation. You can take your time to think it over and submit any thoughts you have in written form to the Sucrose mailbox.
The Sucrose mailbox. Cute. So I guess they were actually not trying to find one of these people who are that like qualify as that. We're asking them what they think would qualify as that.
The Sucrose mailbox?
Yep. I was thinking about it on the way. And although they seem like trick questions, there's a lot to mull over once you get down to the details. A quick answer off the top of your head might not go into enough depth. So, I decided to place a mailbox next to the alchemy crafting table. Everyone can submit their written answers there when they're ready. We don't have to call it the Sucrose mailbox, though. It could just as well be called the Sucrose and COLLEI mailbox. Or even the Sucrose, COLLEI, Traveler, and Paimon mailbox.
All right, we don't need to think about what the name for the mailbox is. The Sucrose mailbox is fine.
I think in this case, we can just go with your quick answer off the top of your head.
Sounds like a good solution. Certainly more reliable than verbal discussion alone.
Agreed. Certainly when it comes to discerning whether someone is a liar or not, you cannot simply take them at their word.
Understood. Once we've had a look into it, we'll place our replies into your mailbox.
Thank you all so much. Okay, let's tick them off the list and carry on working our way down.
Already done.
Sounds good.
I'm pleasantly surprised to see those two introverts getting along so well.
Do you get the feeling that COLLEI's return to Mondstadt has emboldened her more contrarian side?
Yes, I'd noticed that too.
Traveling and meeting old friends are both good for the body and soul. And isn't rediscovering one's youth while revisiting old haunts a worthwhile pursuit?
When I first met COLLEI, she'd never known happiness or youth. But things are different now. Her Elazar being cured was a huge milestone in her life.
COLLEI is a very sensitive and introverted child. I'm sure you must have noticed that too, Albedo. From the time she's been in my care, I've observed that she's actually a very lively character by nature. But she had a very rough start in life, and it changed her.
So, might I assume that your respective claims of looking for plants and artists in Mondstadt were just pretexts?
Exactly.
I wouldn't say that. Both COLLEI and Genius Invocation TCG are very important to me.
Yeah. I guess 20s is old in Genshin? I don't know, did they mention something about that? I love Sino's jokes. Did he make another one? I wasn't really paying attention. I guess the puns kind of go over my head. I just, like, don't even take them in.
Would it really kill you to just say yes in this situation?
Fine. Yes. We came out of concern for COLLEI. She's been back to Mondstadt of her own accord several times, but it has led to no significant improvement in her mood.
Well, it won't hurt to give her some more time. I believe that Sucrose might be able to help her.
Sounds like an extension of your own self-confidence as her teacher.
You could say that. In a similar vein, I've heard that Sumeru scholars often build their social relationships based on their academic ones.
Goodness.
Is that true?
I suppose it might look like that from your perspective. Sumeru society is something of a special case. The reason it is known as the City of Learning is because all of its resources are in some way linked to academia. As such, academic resources equate to social capital. It is not unheard of, for example, for people to build a family in order to pursue further studies. But the relationship between the three of us is not an academic one turned social. We've never even worked on a paper together for starters.
Oh, so the academic paper is the nexus of the academic family. Interesting.
I would think of us more as siblings. An equal and pure relationship, unaffected by academic considerations.
As much as I'd prefer not to admit it, that statement is not inaccurate.
I can understand that position. I have a younger sister myself, and it's only natural for me to be protective of her. What you described fits the idea of a city of learning, as I imagine it. The family is where all social relationships intersect. As such, a family founded on common goals may actually be more stable. By the way, who's the eldest between you?
Let's not go down this rabbit hole, please.
In terms of age, I'm the eldest, of course. He just doesn't want to admit it.
But your mental age is younger than that. I dare say even by enough to be the youngest sibling. Perhaps I could bring COLLEI into this happy family to be your elder sister.
Oh my.
No. You will never see me admit to being the youngest sibling. Except perhaps as a last-ditch effort to turn the tables in a game of cards.
After bidding farewell to Sucrose and COLLEI,
Guess we'll leave COLLEI and Sucrose to it. Fingers crossed all goes well for them. Now then, where should we go first? Let's try our luck at the bulletin board, shall we? A lot of people tend to show up there at some point in the day. Maybe we'll get lucky.
there they go, off into the distance. Actually, you guys can't see them because I'm blocking them, but there they go. Now you can see them. Let's see how far they go. Will they walk up the stairs? Keep at it. You guys got it. Oh, yep. Kind of weirdly smushing into the stairs. Yep. Oh. And turning. Wow. I can relate. I'm mentally 13. That's okay. I think a lot of people feel like that. Are they the oldest sibling, or are they the youngest sibling, but only mentally? I guess that would be the debate with my sister and I as well.
Did you hear what happened? It's the actor.
All right. Wow, they're all right here for us to talk to. That's convenient. Okay, good. I wasn't wanting to look for them all individually.
Nice. Just as we hoped. There's a load of people here. Huh? Even Lisa's here.
Hello, long time no see.
Hey there, Traveler and Paimon. It's been a while. How have you been?
We've been doing pretty well.
You look surprised, cuties. Is it because of me?
Teacher is not at the usual place.
That is true.
Oh, please. It's not as if I'm glued to my chair. I like to get out for a little fresh air every once in a while.
Mika, our little chocobo.
Mika's here today, so I thought it'd be a good time to introduce him to Bennett and Razor. They're all out and about quite often, so it's helpful for them to get to know one another.
Another one to the little adventure team. I feel like they are perfect little matches for each other. Mika and Bennett are the two sides of the same coin.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mika.
Good to meet you. Good to see you again.
I look forward to working with you.
No need to be so formal. We've known them for ages. They're cool.
Windblume. Fun?
Actually, we haven't gotten to the fun part yet. We've been busy investigating a prophecy.
A prophecy? What kind?
A good one or a bad one?
You explain the prophecy and tell everyone what you've learned.
Gosh, that all sounds quite fascinating.
Mika has chocobo hair. He does.
I can't believe I made it onto your list of names.
That's all I think about every single time.
I'll be able to help?
Believe in yourself.
My chocobo's name was Sylphie, and so I just think about her every single time I see Mika.
Right. Believe in yourself. You're a first-rate adventurer, Bennett.
Maybe I should just rename him. Little Sylphie, come on! That's how I would talk to my chocobo through the screen. I'd be like, oh, you're so cute!
Okay, then in that case, I'll step up and present my thoughts on the matter. Except I forgot I'm not really good at organizing my thoughts. Oops.
Oh, there's no need to tell us all of your thoughts right here and now. Sucrose said she'll put a mailbox next to the crafting bench, so you can just write down your thoughts when they come to you, and drop them there.
A meticulous and efficient plan. Yep, that sounds like Sucrose.
I will think also. Give me some time.
You still have other people on your list that you need to go see, right? We should leave you to it. Don't worry about us. We'll drop off our letters at the mailbox as soon as we're done.
Okay, bye for now. Let's head over to Star Snatch Cliff next. Maybe we'll be able to find some people there. And even if we don't find any familiar faces, you can see really far from up at the top. Maybe we can find people that way.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, you're working so hard. Do be sure to get some rest when you can. If you get tired, you know you're always welcome to visit me for a break and a cup of tea.
Yeah, in your lair. I know. I know. At that moment, Sucrose and COLLEI arrived at Stormbear Mountains.
Where to next? Let me check my notes. Huh, this way. Got it. COLLEI, please follow me.
Oh, another trial? Another trial? Wow, there you go. We got it. Woo! Walking through the wilderness. Look, I picked up a piece of mint on our trial. Oh, look, there's actually people over here. Woo! Actually, we should change to COLLEI. COLLEI trial! Yeah!
Oh, it's our lucky day. There are several people over there.
Man, I always forget about all the people in the Mondstadt cast. There hasn't been anyone added to them in such a long time. It's like, wow, Mika has quite the group to add on to.
Amber? Wow, and Eula's with her too. Oh, it's Sucrose! And COLLEI also spies the girl with the long scarf.
COLLEI, we were just talking about you. Ah, right, I don't think you've been introduced to Noelle before. COLLEI, this is Noelle, maid of the Knights of Favonius.
Nice to meet you, COLLEI. I missed you the last few times you were in Mondstadt, so I'm glad to finally meet you in person.
Have her eyes always looked like this? They look kind of different. They look kind of funny. I don't know what it is. Something seems off.
Oh, nice to meet you too, Noelle. My name is...
Relax, you
wow,
two. There's no
sorry.
need to be so courteous. We're not on some kind of diplomatic mission here.
COLLEI, what are you doing here? Are you planning to blast some fish?
Nope. COLLEI's on patrol with the other knights.
Huh.
Wow.
Now that you mention it, it looks like everyone here is a Knight of Favonius except for COLLEI and me.
I'd heard that there was a very young knight in the ranks, but it's still a surprise to see with my own eyes. COLLEI, what do you do? I'm a trainee forest ranger in the Avidia Forest. Trainee? It means I'm not officially a fully qualified forest watcher yet. I'm still learning.
Oh, you're just like me. I'm still working towards becoming a fully qualified knight.
Man, Noelle's still not a qualified knight. Unfortunate.
Technically, though the distinction is hardly relevant right now. This isn't a very formal patrol. We're just chatting.
Don't panic, COLLEI. Just pick a topic and join the conversation. Don't panic. Whatever you do, don't panic. It's just Amber and her friends. There's no need to be nervous.
Let me guess. Were you chatting about the new guests in town?
Yep. A few folks from Sumeru have come to visit, so we're brainstorming a few nice surprises for them.
Amber!
Sorry, at least I didn't say anything about what the surprises are.
Oh no. How am I supposed to join this conversation now? What do I say to that?
Speaking of nice surprises, we've actually had a fairly big one recently.
What kind of surprise? Tell me! I'm saved. COLLEI is giving me a lead-in. Now, I just need to follow on from what she's already started talking about.
Okay, you got it, COLLEI. You got it. SUCROSE and COLLEI tell everyone about the nice surprise that they've been working on.
What an interesting prophecy. I have no idea what the answers could be, though.
So essentially, you're gathering information to help you solve the riddles, correct? I'll do my best to help.
Thank you so much, Eula.
Anytime.
Ooh, Eula. We didn't brainstorm your name. That's awkward. You weren't on the list of people. so sorry, we don't need your suggestion, I guess.
There's no need to answer right away. We'll put a mailbox next to the crafting
Unless I
bench
just
for people to drop
forgot
us a
about
note
her.
once they've thought of something.
I'll drop something in there for sure.
Nice idea. I think we can all commit to writing a note. We'll see what we can come up with.
Yep, don't worry. You can count on us. But we do have to finish our patrol first.
What route are you taking today?
We started in the Stormbearer Mountains, and we'll end at the city gates. You'd be very welcome to join us, but it sounds like you're pretty busy with all this.
No. There's always next time. We'll join up with you after we're done working through this prophecy.
Oh, yeah, so, we'll be on our way for now.
See you later. Have a safe trip back.
There we go. COLLEI's still having some issues, but it will be okay. We'll get through it.
Are you okay, COLLEI?
Hello, Paz. Welcome.
Was it that obvious?
No, not at all. It just looked like you had something on your mind.
So that means it was obvious.
Whatever's bothering you, you can talk to me about it if you want. I'm happy to help.
Thanks, SUCROSE.
Thanks for the hydrate, acting hero.
Well, the truth is, I don't really know how to act around Amber and the others.
Really? I thought you two were good friends.
We are. Amber's a really important friend to me. I don't know. I guess if I'm being completely honest, the problem's probably with me. The first time I came to Mondstadt, I was really immature. I didn't want to let people in, and I was generally pretty awful to everyone. Amber was the one person who didn't give up on me, and if it wasn't for her persistence, I wouldn't have found a friend at all.
I can't think of COLLEI being that way. I wish I could see it! I wish I didn't have to read the manga to see it!
Without Amber, I might not even be here today. And because of that, I really look up to her. I think of her as my role model, and hoped that maybe one day I could learn to be like her. But after trying and failing for several years, I think I finally realized I'm no Amber, and I never will be.
But you're COLLEI, and that's great too.
Looking back, it seems silly that I ever thought like that. We're nothing alike at all. My personality's so weird. I always get so anxious and I overthink everything.
No, it's okay, COLLEI.
Aw, COLLEI, don't say that. Sucrose? Would it be okay if I told you a bit about my past?
The two girls come to a stop at a place with some lovely scenery. As the breeze picks up, COLLEI tells her life story, from her childhood to her recent recovery from Elazar. Oh, she has a friend! She's bonding!
I already knew bits and pieces about her, but still, why did she have to go through all that?
I'm sorry. We've only just met and I'm already dumping all of this on you. This is why I get so frustrated at myself. I'm always doing this. I get into a spiral of self-doubt, and then I end up having to find somewhere to vent it all out.
No, it's fine. I'm really glad that you're willing to tell me all this. People don't open up about their deepest feelings unless they really trust the other person. Don't you think? At least, I think it's kind of an honor. And, I mean, you've probably noticed by now, but I don't have the best social skills either. I always just end up talking about the things I'm interested in, and going on and on. But even so, you still listen to me when I talk my head off about alchemy. It's a relief to listen to you talking about yourself for once.
Aw, they're cute. Bonding. They
If you
found
hadn't told me
friends.
all of those things, I never would have guessed that you struggle so much. Honestly, I feel like we're very similar people.
Really?
Yeah. Everyone has their own problems to deal with. I certainly do.
Yeah, they both take so many pauses in talking. I feel like their conversations with each other, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but they just last a long time because they both pause so much.
All the feelings that you talked about just now, I totally get it.
I mean, yeah, it's not bad,
so
but
much more effort for us introverts to fit into a
but
crowd.
they're very similar.
When you were saying about how you try to think about what to say in advance, and you're constantly terrified of saying the wrong thing.
Thank
and
you for
making
the
things
hydrate as
awkward,
well.
I relate to that so much. Oh, and also that part about studying under a genius. In fact, before meeting you, I'd never met anyone who seemed so similar to myself.
Oh.
I'm not very good at giving words of comfort or anything, and I'm not gonna tell you to just get over it or stop worrying about it. How about we just sit here for a little while? We don't have to force a conversation if we can't think of anything. We can just sit here together.
Oh, that's cute. Oh, okay. Oh, this last part is really cute. We don't have to force a conversation if we can't think of anything. We can just sit here together. I think that is also peak friendship, is being comfortable about someone. You don't have to worry about like starting a conversation. You can just be there in the silence, and if you think of something, you think of something. But just being comfortable sitting there in silence is okay too. Oh, so I that's cute.
Sucrose has stopped talking, but for some reason, this doesn't feel awkward at all. Maybe she's right, and we're more similar than I realized. In Sumeru, I always like to find a quiet place to just sit and watch the scenery, but it's always by myself. I never thought there'd be a day when I could do this with someone else by my side. Mondstadt's breeze is so gentle and soft.
Hey, COLLEI. See that cloud over there? Doesn't it look like one of my test tubes?
I don't see it.
I don't think so. Sorry.
Then maybe we're not quite on the same wavelength on everything. At least, not when it comes to looking at clouds in the sky.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you, Sucrose. I feel much better after talking to you.
Yeah, it helps a lot, doesn't it? I also vent to my flasks sometimes. The next time I get the chance, I have to show you my Tetratanic Sweetflower and my Tetratanic Windblume.
Your Tetra... what?
2 of my favorite things I've made. They're really cool. I think you might like them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you'll definitely have to show them to me sometime.
I brought some crackers with me. You want one? There's cheese flavor or tomato flavor.
We're just at we're at a hangout event with Sucrose and COLLEI. Let's go. Does Sucrose have a hangout event? She does not. This is Sucrose and COLLEI's hangout events.
Sure. I'll try the cheese one.
Oh, look! You're enjoying the scenery together.
Shall we go play with them?
No, it's fine. Let them sit for a while.
Sucrose's hair looks like spearmint. It does kind of look like a peppermint flavor.
We're not
a little
what
bit.
COLLEI needs right now. She needs a new friend. Someone different who's never met her before.
But now I'm just thinking about eating Sucrose's hair, so that is... I don't want to think about that anymore.
I don't get it. Is there a difference?
There is. You'll understand once you're a little older, COLLEI. People can draw different kinds of strength from different kinds of friends. And right now, COLLEI needs someone that's just not the same old me.
On the other side, the cold wind sing a shrill across something. Yeah, Star Snatch Cliff. Okay, let's go. They're shut-in sisters. Being that they're introverts.
Star Snatch Cliff! We made it! Paimon hopes we find someone we need here.
Help! Oh, I beg you, please don't let go!
Is that Timaeus? Oh, Rosaria.
Who's that yelling? Let's hurry and take a look. Timaeus? And we also have Rosaria and Mona? What kind of mishmash ensemble is this?
Yeah, I felt like for this section, they were just throwing people together. It's like, we just need to have them talk to large groups of people very quickly, so these people need to hang out together.
Good question. What kind of a motley crew is this?
Even she knows.
It's been a while, traveler.
Greetings, everyone, and happy Windblume Festival.
You two are looking pretty good. I trust you've been well.
Yep, we're definitely faring a lot better than this poor guy on the ground.
Hey, please don't rub salt in my wound. I really have been trying my best.
That's okay. That's great, Timaeus. I've been trying my best too, buddy.
Oh,
We're
you
all
want to
trying our
talk.
best.
If this sister hadn't grabbed you in time, then you would have been seriously hurt, if not dead.
I know. I really am grateful, miss. I can't thank you enough.
Don't mention it. Just lending a hand.
Quite literally. And had she not lent him a hand and pulled him up, he would have gone tumbling down the cliffside.
What happened? Did Timaeus almost fall off the cliff?
Well, so what actually happened was I came to Star Snatch Cliff today to pick some flowers and ran into Mona on the way. She took a look at her scry glass and advised me to turn back because it would be dangerous.
But you still came up here anyway?
Well, yes, I did. Because there's something I just had to do.
Yeah, he had flowers for his crush.
Oh, I hardly think giving flowers to your crush is worth throwing one's life away for.
It's rare to run into someone with a death wish in this area.
I don't have a death wish. I just didn't think it would really come true. I mean, when Mona said it would be dangerous, I thought I'd be fine as long as I watched my step cautiously. I'm sorry, okay? I was wrong. I'm telling you, I'm just here chasing the love of my life. Love-struck Mondstadters is what the Windblume Festival's all about.
Great. Good for you, buddy.
Okay, that explains you. But why is Rosaria here?
I was looking for a quiet place to escape the crowds. I wasn't planning on having to save a life along the way.
So that's why the scryglass just showed danger instead of fatal danger.
Very funny. Anyway, Traveler and Paimon, what brings the two of you to Star Snatch Cliff?
Oh, we're just looking for this motley crew.
Just trying our luck. We've got a lot of people we need to see today, so we've been all over the place. Actually, you're some of the people we were looking for.
Huh?
You tell them about the prophecy, the information gathered so far in the mailbox.
I see. So all we'll need to do is find some clues, make a note, and drop it off at the mailbox?
I can't believe there's a prophecy like this, let alone that I have a part to play in it.
Hey, you can see that little island from here. It seems very close. Why is it so close? In this little interaction, it makes it seem like it's right there. It's not right there. It's like a great distance away.
Oh, I guess this means everyone will find out about my crush now. I came here because I wanted to give some Cecilias to the girl I love. They'll really suit her. She's...
No one asked. Please, do not subject us to your gushing about your girlfriend.
Oh, Mona. I mean, I'm the same way, but... I mean, you could have been a little bit more gentle. No one asked. I don't need to hear about your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your love life. No. I don't want to hear about it.
You saw right through me.
You said you need clues, right? Well, in that case, Mona Magistus the astrologist will provide you with a personally handwritten letter. Just wait for it to show up in your mailbox.
Mona rude. She's just being honest, straight to the point.
You can be on your way now. We won't keep you any longer.
Alright, then let's head back for now and meet up with everyone else.
Bye for now. Timaeus, please try to be safe.
Will do. This is all so embarrassing. Thank you both.
Alright. Haha, I'm gonna steal your Cecilias, Timaeus. Mwahaha. Young love will never succeed. I'm the villain of Star Snatch Cliff. Of the Windblume Festival. Mwahaha. No, I'm just joking. But we will take all of these. Okay. If we don't see a Timaeus and his crush in this cutscene, I'm calling something. BS or whatever. They better be in the cutscene. Or it's unrequited love, and it will be Timaeus, like, mourning. He'll be crying in a corner during the Windblume Festival. They would never have that. Genshin's, too soft. No, not too soft, but... Actually, they always have the characters... really depressing things happening to the characters, but I feel like they wouldn't do that.
We're back! Oh, but it looks like you two beat us.
Welcome back. Did everything go well?
Yep, we managed to find and talk to everybody.
We got back a little early.
So we took some time just now to put the mailbox together.
Oh, that's cute.
We got really lucky today. The vendors were feeling super generous, so we didn't even need to pay for the materials. It's just a shame that COLLEI got a splinter.
Ah, no. A splinter! You'll be okay, COLLEI. I think she'll survive.
Don't worry about me. I'm used to working in the rainforest. I get splinters all the time. I've already taken care of it.
We've already wrapped up everything on our to-do list for today. So, all we need to do now is wait for everyone's letters to arrive. Traveler, Paimon, why don't you get some rest while I keep an eye on the mailbox?
You're definitely your master's student, Sucrose. As long as you or Albedo are around, Paimon can relax and know that everything's taken care of.
Stop. You're embarrassing me.
Wait. Actually, there's one thing that still needs taking care of. Paimon's starving. Hey, Traveler, you wanna get dinner? Your treat.
Oh, Paimon, you're so... Oh, you're so Paimon. I guess I'd better go get Paimon some food.
I'll go with Sucrose to return the leftover materials to the vendors. You two, go get a proper meal. We can't have anyone going hungry.
If I started acting like that, that would never fly. No one would buy me food if I was to be like that. I was like, hey, I'm really hungry. Can we go get something? Your treat? Puppy dog eyes? That does not fly.
Yeah, now would be a good time for a break. Once everything is ready, let's meet up here again and collate all the information we've gathered.
Is that Timaeus' crush?
Sounds like a plan.
Man, Paimon's lucky. Paimon's lucky the Traveler's so nice. I wish I had a Traveler. Just a Traveler. Generic Traveler.
Paimon will have this one, and this one, ooh, and this one.
Hear that? It's the sound of Mora pouring out of my wallet.
Hey, Paimon's really hungry. And don't forget, Paimon's also ordering for you, too. It's not like Paimon's gonna eat everything by herself.
Now that Paimon mentions it, you realize that you too are ravenous. Two of you stuff your faces.
Ooh, Paimon is super full.
It feels pretty good to just relax and take in the scenery after all that great food.
Is everything packed up and ready? What do you think about meeting up at 5 to go to my house?
Yes, everything's ready. I've packed some great wine and smoked ham. Oh, your parents will love it.
Ah, young love. In the Windblume Festival.
Ham? Look, we've known each other for quite some time now. Don't you think it's been long enough for you to remember that we only eat bacon in my house?
It's same animal. Yeah. What? It's ham. Okay, that was
must remember to get
a deal
some
breaker
milk today on my way home. Please feel free to pay a visit to Cat's Tail anytime.
Enjoying the scenery?
Oh, Tony
Quite so.
Bird. Are you here for some food as well?
Should we order something for you?
Oh, I can put something on your tab? Well, that's a pity. I already had a few drinks before coming here.
Traveler doesn't get to order what he wants because Paimon. Yeah, she just leads the way.
I shall take you up on your kind offer another day. There should be no shortage of opportunities in the future. Anywho, you should be getting ready to thank me. I come bearing good news.
What kind of good news?
Behold!
It looks like a paper with a symbol map and something like an incantation on it.
What is it?
It's what you need the most right now. The answer to the prophetic puzzle.
Ah!
Simply head to the location marked on the map and you'll find the lantern you've been looking for. However, if I were you, I wouldn't just go and reveal the secret right away. As you've seen, a lot of people have been laboring hard to uncover the answer.
Yeah, we gotta make them work for it a little bit. Venti, we offering food, not drinks. I don't even know if he eats food.
Brew.
Maybe he just drinks.
The aroma from the bottle is sweetest when revealed in the company of friends.
I understand. That is food to him. As a god, I don't even know. Does he need nourishment? Maybe he just takes the drinks as his food.
Then it's settled.
For fun.
I'll leave you to your business for now. Feel free to find me for a chat again once you're done working through the prophecy. Also, if you have some time, we could organize another fast-track love poem class.
Oh, you're starting that up again?
When did we write a love poem with him?
I sure am. Nobody else has signed up this year, though, so the duty to learn falls on you.
Oh, it must have been in the first event.
Anyway, see you later.
For Timaeus! Timaeus, you need a love poem.
Whenever we run into him. Paimon can't help but be jealous.
Excuse me, if you don't mind, could I chat with you for a moment?
Oh? Who are you?
You may call me Scarlet.
Hello, Scarlet. Scarlet looks like she's not from around here.
Just like you, I'm a traveler visiting Mondstadt from another land.
She looks like Snezhnaya?
Mind if I buy you a drink?
Sure. Is she hitting on us? Hello? I mean, it is the Windblume Festival. Do we get a date for the Windblume Festival? Paimon, scoot your boot for like an hour. I'm not drinking today, but thank you for offering.
Leaving the door open for another time, I see. I can tell that you've dealt with a lot of people during your travels.
You can tell? Well, we are very experienced adventurers after all.
I can. That's why I tried to strike up a conversation with you in the first place. I was on my way to go shopping earlier when I overheard your conversation next to the crafting bench. From what I could gather, you are trying to investigate a bizarre prophecy?
Yep, bizarre is definitely the word.
You're not gonna steal it, are you, lady?
Don't you think it sounds just like the kind of story that would happen in Mondstadt? Anyway, that's why I wanted to ask you a favor. If and when you manage to unravel the answer to the prophecy, could you let me know what it is?
No, we're not giving away our answers. Are you interested in it too? We're not letting you steal the lantern.
Not so much the prophecy itself, but Mondstadt as a nation. That's what I'm interested in.
Oh.
I was born in a distant land, but I have family and friends who once lived in Mondstadt for a long time. They said that it's a great place full of fairy tales and romance and recommended that I come for a visit. As it happens, someone I know has an anniversary coming up soon. So I figured this would be a good time to come here and see all the sights that she once saw.
What do you think about Mondstadt so far?
It certainly lives up to its name as the city of romance and freedom.
We think so too.
So, about the prophecy.
I'll let you know if we find the answer.
Thank you. You're very friendly. It's been a real pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, okay, Scarlet.
I'll leave it to you then. I hope you continue to enjoy the city and have a wonderful day.
She definitely isn't dressed like a local, huh? Where do you think her hometown could be?
Snezhnaya.
Please find me a flower that is not of this world, and a guide who will never get lost.
I don't know, she seems kind of sus.
Find me one who would never lie, as well as a legend that never ends. I never thought I'd have someone secretly following me, even in a free city like Mondstadt. Good day to you, miss.
Yeah, she's weird. Scarlet. It's not Scarlet, it's Burgundy. Alright, you got me there. You got me there. Alright, so yeah, this is where we were going back to. We're meeting up with Sucrose and COLLEI. We're trying to find the thing to grant a wish, because COLLEI wants to make a wish, and we're making COLLEI happy.
Hey, we're here!
Traveler, Paimon, great timing. timing. We got a lot of letters in the mailbox, and I just finished sorting them into 4 groups.
Nice work!
Well, the real work hasn't even started yet. Which batch of letters should we read through first?
Oh yeah, everyone sent in letters because we wanted to, even though we already have the answer, we have to go through all these steps with Sucrose. We can't tell her we have the answer yet. Joy above the clouds. Okay, the clue board and read the letters. Sure, we'll just start at the top. About the flower that is not of this world. There's so many other letters. Okay. After our conversation the other day, I went over the prophecy's wording carefully. A flower that is not of this world sounds more like a logical paradox. Think about it. If a flower is not of this world, its existence cannot be perceived. However, if it can be perceived, it will not fit the description of the prophecy. As such, my view is that the riddle's answer doesn't have to be a real plant. However, I must also note, with all due respect, that the person who came up with this riddle may not know all the plants in the world. And I dare say that no one could make such a claim. From this perspective, you could even think of some rare plants as potential candidates for the answer. Okay, Tignari, a little sass in there, but thinks that it doesn't have to be a real flower. Albedo. A flower that is not of this world doesn't sound like an existing species or something created through specialized cultivation techniques. With that noted, I believe that we should think out of the box. After reviewing what I've learned over the years, I have now reached a conclusion. Sucrose also came to discuss her thoughts with me. She hasn't yet decided on an answer at the moment of me writing this letter. Wait, Sucrose also discussed her thoughts. Yeah, okay. So I won't be revealing my own conclusion right now. We can discuss it in detail when we meet, and I hope everyone else will bring their respective answers too. I'll see you then. I see. So we're really going to go over all of these once we meet up with them. It feels strange to insert a letter into the mailbox that I made myself, but I did find my answer. This is from Sucrose? Oh, yeah. At first, I thought that a flower created using alchemy would constitute one that is not of this world, according to the prophecy. But after giving it some more thought, I realized that instead of creating an actual plant, a flower-shaped mechanism made of alchemical products might fit the description better. So I arrived at my conclusion, a clock in the shape of a flower, okay? The long passage of life brushes past the timepiece, leaving fluttering petals in its wake. The elapsing years stirs up the leaves, pushing the needle of time forward. That's very creative. Interesting. Read the other letters. Oh, okay. It took us back, like, zoomed out. Okay. I was like, there's this many letters about the flower? A guide who will never get lost. We don't actually have to read these, but we'll just read it anyway. Mona. A guide who will never get lost. No one can confidently say that they will never get lost, but as long as their wish to guide and help others does not waver, they will become a ship that can traverse the waves eternally. I didn't perform any divination before writing this letter, but I have a feeling that I will witness the truth behind the prophecy together with you all. So if you need me, just call on me at my place. I'll be there. It sounds like they're being really lazy with their responses. Not gonna lie. Everyone's like, yeah, I don't know. Let me know when you find out. Okay, Bennett. I've been thinking about this for a long time. Before you came to me with this prophecy, it never even crossed my mind that I could be a part of this. Well, as you all know, I'm probably the last person you'd think of when it comes to guiding others. I still have a long way to go, and I'm still trying to figure out how to peacefully coexist with everything in this world. But if you're asking me about who can be of help, my friend Fischl and her friend Mona, the astrologist, are both very knowledgeable and brave. I'd say they're probably the ones you're looking for. And that's my answer. Wishing you all good luck. Great. Bennett, straightforward. As always, I like it. Amber. Guide is too grand a title for me, but I'd love to be everyone's friend. It's something I think I'm good at, and I'm an attentive listener. So do let me know when you feel lost. To use an analogy, I'm like a torch out of the wild that will help illuminate everyone's path so long as it continues to burn bright. Everything written below is not meant for COLLEI. Dear COLLEI, if you're reading this, please turn away. I've been worried about COLLEI lately. She's recovered from the illness, but she still doesn't look all that cheerful. It feels like she still has things she can't let go of. Allow me to write down my wish here. I hope that COLLEI can uncover the secret behind the prophecy and find her happiness. Wherever she is and whoever she becomes, I'll always be a friend to her no matter what. We're not the savior and the saved, but simply good friends. Nice. Mika, I hope this letter finds you all well. I didn't expect to be asked such a question, which caused quite a headache at first. I only know how to guide people in the geological sense, but on the journey of life, I'm still the lost kid who needs the guidance of others. But upon seeing your question, I immediately knew what I can help with. I tried drawing a map showing vegetation distribution for Mr. Tignari and Miss COLLEI, as well as a dragon spotting calendar for Mr. Sino. Both are attached below. In the next few days, I will need to patrol with the captain and draw maps for Miss Lisa, so I can only support you with my well wishes. My apologies, please forgive me. I hope the map in the list will be of some help to you. Okay. One who would never lie. Sino. You are correct to assume that I seldom lie. This has to do with my upbringing. As a desert dweller who has been living within the academia since my childhood, my unusual identity makes it hard for others to trust me. And it would have been harder still if I was not honest. As a result, I learned to talk less and speak no more than what is necessary. All right? Uncovering the secret behind the prophecy may come with its perils. If you need someone who would never lie, I can join you. All right. Even Sino knows he would never lie. And I don't think he's telling a lie either. Rosaria, I must make one thing clear first. I'm not someone who would never lie. I feel like she would lie a lot, actually. I think in the first time we met her, in the... that Albedo's quest? His first quest? His story quest? I don't know, it feels very... it felt like she was evading our... She doesn't lie, she evades. Clear distinction, I guess. After hearing your question, I thought about many things in the past in earnest and recalled many occasions upon which I lied. I often make up excuses to avoid choir practice. I also tell white lies too. Sometimes to make myself happy and other times to allow myself to give up on some struggles. The nicest lie I've ever come up with is the one I told to Varka, that I didn't want to stay in Mondstadt. Varka responded with another lie, and that was his advice to me. Your current abilities are not suited to life beyond Mondstadt's borders. I can't be the answer to this question, but I suggest that you consider what never lying actually means. What does it mean to never deceive or to never lie with ill intent? It's a pity that I'm not the one you're looking for, but I believe that someone who meets the requirements will turn up. Good luck. Okay. Razor. I asked my teacher Lisa to write this letter. It's much better than the ones I wrote. Many thanks. I don't lie. I trust you. Come to me if you need me. I will always be there for you. Razor, so cute. Hello, howdy ghost. Welcome, welcome. What is up? A legend that never ends. Lisa, Klee, and COLLEI. Lisa. Legends were created by humans. In that sense, no legend endures forever, and all stories must end in regret someday. But as long as a good story lives in people's hearts, it does in some way live on forever. That's the conclusion I've come to after years of reading anyway. Best of luck, little cuties. Lisa. I agree with that. A good story. Mom writes travel guides, but she did have friends who wrote fairy tales, so Clee's heard that a story its author spends their whole life writing will always be a good one. Oh, I would disagree with that. Not necessarily. I think a legend that never ends should be a story filled with hopes and dreams. It works like a baton that's passed on from one person to the next, offering something meaningful to everyone that it touches. It was once greatly encouraged by such stories, so I think I'll be going with this answer. COLLEI. Okay. I think I read everything. I didn't hear an answer in any of those, though. So great.
Let me quickly summarize what we found out about a flower that is not of this world. Tighnari believes that on closer examination it might be logically paradoxal, while Albedo says that his answer would be better discussed at length in person. As for my answer, I think a clock in the shape of a flower would constitute one that is not of this world.
That's a cool idea. I would like to see her put that into being.
Here's what we've gathered regarding a guide who will never get lost.
I just read all of these. You don't need to tell me.
Mona said that she'd like to join us in uncovering the secret behind the prophecy, while Bennett suggests Fischl, Mona, or the Traveler as potential candidates. Mika didn't submit much, but he did draw a vegetation map for Master Tainari and wrote up a dragon spotting calendar for Cyno.
Cool.
Amber also wrote in. She said that she sees herself as nobody's guide, but everybody's friend.
As for one who would never lie, Rosaria removed herself from consideration, but both Razor and Cyno are willing to support us in our search. Timaeus seems to have forgotten to write to us.
Yeah, he's too busy wooing. He's trying to get that flirt on with, who was it? Actually, I don't think we saw his crush, but he told us about it. And then there was that kind of sus chick from, she seemed like an Outlander.
And finally, this is what we've gathered on a legend that never ends. COLLEI said that her mom has a number of friends who like to write storybooks. Lisa believes that legends live forever in people's hearts. I think that for a legend to be never-ending, it has to be filled with hopes and dreams, and actively passed from one person to the next.
So, what are the answers to the 4 riddles then?
I don't know.
You're really smart, Paimon. I bet you can figure it all out in no time.
Yeah, just give it to Paimon.
Or, let's all share our thoughts on what we think the answers might be.
Wait! Wait for me!
Timaeus is gonna have all the answers. I'm ready for it.
Oh, Timaeus! What brings you here?
I'm sorry, I really am. The time just got away from me and I didn't get around to writing that letter. However, I'm happy to announce that I think I can be the one who would never lie.
But isn't he just not lying for the time that he's wooing this crush?
Huh? This is kind of sudden. Not that we don't trust you, Timaeus, but, could you elaborate a little after you catch your breath?
Of course. Do you still remember the time I, collaborated with a certain Miss Ying-ar?
Yeah, I do. I do remember. She was all over you. Is that your crush? Is that your crush? Did we see the beginnings of a alchemist and perfumist relationship? We put that together. That was us. Rings a bell?
Well, basically, she helped me out a lot with my research into potion making once, and, well, we've stayed in touch through letters ever since.
Okay.
Wait, so Ying-ar is the girl from Liyue that Sucrose mentioned earlier? We always assumed you were hard at work every time we saw you at the crafting bench. So you've just been writing letters to Ying-ar the whole time?
She's kind of a handful. So best of luck to Timaeus. He's got a real good time on his hands there. Just make sure she's not. You better keep her. Look out for her, because you don't want her flirting with the whole town. Actually, just stay away from the Traveler. Just keep her away from the Traveler. You should be okay. Unless she's flirting with more people than just the Traveler. Love potion inbound, yeah. They were making some love potions.
No, I mean, not all the time. I've done some work too. And anyway,
that was like a year ago. Over a year ago.
Topics, like perfumes, potions, alchemy.
That was literally the first thing I recorded. Yes. That was the first thing I recorded, was that event. Before I started making videos, Genshin videos or recordings for YouTube, which are obviously are not out yet, and then streaming, that was the first thing I actually have like recorded of me doing. So that, I remember that one, Timaeus. I remember that one.
Anyway, a few months ago, I made a vow to the heavens that I will be true to myself and never utter an insincere word until the day that I've managed to win Miss Ying-Ar's heart.
Nice. You've got a good god watching over you there, Timaeus. He can help you win her with wine and booze.
So, at Star Snatch Cliff, you were picking Cecilia's as a gift for Ying-Ar?
Well, that's right. The Cecilia flower is said to represent a once wayward heart transformed by the power of love. I couldn't think of a better flower to give than that. I know full well that Miss Ying-Ar is far more knowledgeable than I in both the ways of the world and the ways of our craft, but I thought I should make the effort for once and put myself out there.
Let's go, Timaeus. That's some character development right there, if I've ever seen it.
Which brings me to the subject of the last few days and the Windblume Festival. I thought it was time for me to invite Miss Ying-Ar to Mondstadt. But yesterday, Albedo told me that Sucrose has been working hard to help another girl achieve her dream.
It's your fault.
Huh?
And when I went to take a look at our roster, I saw that she'd done my remaining work for me.
Oh.
I feel incredibly guilty. I've been spending all of my time in my own fantasy world while everyone else has been bending over backwards to help other people. How could I ever hope to be worthy of Miss Ying-Ar's love if I'm so selfish?
Oh, Timaeus.
Don't worry, buddy. We'll help you. We'll help you get the girl.
And that's why I've decided to join you.
But then what about Ying-Ar?
Yeah. Haven't you been planning this for over a month now? You said you were gonna invite her to Mondstadt.
Well, yes, I did mention in my letters that I'd like her to visit, which is why I just sent her another gift with my hand-picked Windblooms, along with a handwritten letter. I explained that a matter of great importance has presented itself to which I must devote my full attention for the time being. As soon as it's resolved, I'll make haste to Liyue to pick her up in person.
Oh, he's gonna show up.
I made sure
Actually,
to
I think
package the
she's gonna
gifted
show up
letter
here.
with the greatest care. All I can do now is hope that she'll understand.
She will understand. What a gentleman, true.
Point being, please know that I sincerely want to support you in this endeavor. Plus, I think I'm an honest person. As far as I recall, I don't think I've told a single lie in my life.
Impressive.
Well, you certainly convinced Paimon with that speech. Don't worry, Timaeus. We won't let your determination go to waste.
Thank you, Timaeus.
Ah, thank you, everyone. I promise to do everything I can to help.
Okay, so it looks like we found our one who would never lie.
Great! Let's keep it up. On to the other three.
After some discussion, the group decides on a final pick for each part of the prophecy.
Okay,
Everyone
I will do the
gathers
honors.
here.
Ahem. We have with us here the flower, the guide, the legend, and Timaeus.
And Timaeus. The vision bearers plus Timaeus. You go, buddy.
Huh? Why did you only say Timaeus' name? You should say my name, too.
Yeah.
All right. We also have Klee.
And COLLEI, and the Traveler, and Albedo, and Mona.
That's me!
With Klee here, this all somehow feels like we're getting ready for a field trip.
There's nothing wrong with a more relaxed atmosphere, is there?
Albedo, have you figured out your answer?
Of course. We will soon see if my hypothesis has any merit.
Actually, I'm still feeling a little nervous.
Me too.
But weren't you all fired up just a moment ago?
Yeah, you're right. Okay, let's do this.
She's definitely gonna show up. She's definitely gonna show up right after we find the thing. I don't even know what it is. It's what is it? A jar? A lantern? Is that what it is? A jar. I was like, what is a round? Well, I guess it doesn't have to be a spherical, cylindrical. That's not a word. I was just imagining that, but she's definitely gonna show up after we find the thing that COLLEI's gonna make the wish on, cause she is definitely the the type that takes the lead on this stuff. She's gonna show up for Windblume Festival. I feel it in my bones. You're back. Okay, sounds good.
Actually, I'm a little worried too. Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
I know what you're feeling. Saying anything becomes so much harder when there are so many people watching.
Well, does anyone know the exact location of where we're headed, or should I do a reading on my scry glass?
According to the prophecy, once we've figured out the answer, we should test it at the Lantern of Utmost Joy. Wait.
It is a lantern.
Where is this lantern? Oh, we know something about that.
I've already found where it is. Shouldn't we let them figure it out, though?
What?
You make up a story about how you discovered the location by divining the wind.
That's amazing. You really know how to do everything under the sun.
Then we'll let you lead the way.
Follow me.
This is it! We're off to find the sacred location of the Lantern of Utmost Joy!
Whoop whoop. I hope there's a cutscene. A cute cutscene for Windblume. The Windblume Festival. All right. I can't decide if it's on this. Ah, it is up there. It is up there.
According to the map, it should be somewhere around here.
Let me take a look. Oh, it should be right up ahead.
All right. Wait, there's supposed to be like a random lantern just floating there? Why? Why would it be here?
Aww. I don't see any lanterns here. Now that I think about it, the prophecy didn't say anything about what the Lantern of Utmost Joy actually looks like, right? Maybe we've overlooked something?
Traveler, are you trying to figure out something else from the paper?
Exactly. Venti's note here says we should look up and seek the answer from the sky. Is this one of Venti's tricks? Is he just gonna make it appear?
Paimon's reading too! Huh? It says to look up.
Maybe it's like a anemonia, grana. Wait, the little... I don't know. Like I was thinking like a couple of those surrounding the lantern and it would like float down to us. Or it's like it's like an Animoculus just up there hanging out.
But there's nothing above us! The wind didn't trick us, did it?
The slip also says, now you should recite the incantation. Paimon, take a look at this.
Place the squirrel on the back of the pointy-eared cat, and a pious puppy will open the doors to show you the way. Huh. Paimon read the whole thing out loud, but nothing's happening.
We have to do it as a group. The power of friendship.
Look! The wind is blowing!
What a strong wind current. Let's ride it up and see where it leads us.
Was that always there? Wait, they just added in this misty rock?
Huh? We'll have to fly up there? Can someone carry me with them?
Here.
Albedo's gonna carry you? I want to see that in a cutscene. Timaeus holding on for dear life. Albedo in his wind glider.
This is the first time I've ever flown like this.
That kind of looks like the tea party tent from the most recent video that came out. Does that have to do with that? Wait, that's the same table. What the heck? Wait. What? Wait, is this floating island gonna be here now? No, it's probably gonna go away. That's the same table as the video where the mages sit. Oh, that's very interesting. It actually has to do with this quest. With Klee's mom, everybody else, the witches, or the something.
How did this little island get up here in the sky? Did somebody make it?
Just to be safe, I've been jotting down our entire route here. This way, no one will get lost.
Oh, good thinking, COLLEI. Huh. Who would have thought we'd find this kind of table here? Weird. It's almost as if someone was holding a tea party.
Yeah.
I never would have guessed that such a place could exist. Right above Mondstadt, too.
It's gotta stay here in the future, right? It's gotta be have something to do with our future endeavors, maybe.
Wow, look at that pretty lantern on the table. There's even a chair for each side of the lantern, too.
Oh, that's not what I was picturing. I was picturing like a paper lantern.
There seems to be something on the back of this chair. Let me have a closer look.
Wait, these people are related to the witches.
Present your answers, and you shall reach enlightenment.
Wait, okay. We talked about this the other day when we watched that video. Okay, Albedo, Rhine daughter, Rhine D. I'm so bad with names. Help. Albedo, related to his creator. Mona, that lady that sounded like Mona, the divining and everything like that. Alice, Klee's mom, was also one of the witches, mages, whatever. Who else is here? Mona, Albedo, Klee, Timaeus. Yeah, Timaeus is related to an age-old witch.
Well, as far as instructions go, I guess that's simple enough.
I don't know, we have COLLEI here. Sucrose, they don't really make sense. Paimon's one of the witches. No, I don't know.
So we just need to do as it says, right?
Wait a second.
Huh? What is it, Albedo?
We'd better make sure this place is safe before taking our seats. Everyone, please stay clear for a moment.
Everyone vigilantly watches as Albedo conducts something.
The scenery here is pretty amazing. It'd be impossible to feel stressed here.
How is everything, Albedo?
Everything seems to be fine. I didn't find any traps or suspicious mechanisms. But I also couldn't find any overt destructive devices.
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, it seems that wrong answers won't have any catastrophic consequences. Looks like we'll have to sit on these chairs and fulfill the prophecy.
Do we have enough people for the chairs?
Everyone?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Some risky answers on our first attempt. Let's reserve our most confident answers for the second round.
But aren't we using these people here either way?
That sounds kind of smart, but why?
I get what he means. If we do as he says, then we may be able to figure out how the puzzle works.
I see. That makes a lot of sense.
Mona, is there something wrong? You're not looking too good.
Oh, are you hungry? I brought some snacks.
Thank you for offering, Klee, but that's not quite it.
I'm pretty sure, wasn't Alice Mona's, like, mentor? Because I was gonna say, I couldn't remember if Mona had, like, her own lady that was similar to Alice that was her mentor, but I'm pretty sure in one of their story quests, Alice was her mentor.
While Albedo was checking just now, I gave my scryglass a spin, hoping to find some information. But there's a strange aura to this place. It's almost as if someone has been staring at me as soon as we stepped foot in here. But if nothing here has actually been physically tampered with, then no. Could that person be?
Mona just shivered. Did she sense some kind of great power?
What do you mean, Mona? Who could it be?
Never mind. It's not like I've got any proof.
Oh, COLLEI would be so happy, though, if her mom was watching over her all the time.
Don't leave us on the edge like this, Mona.
I'll just do what Albedo said.
Sounds good.
Yes. Let's test the hypothesis together, COLLEI.
Come on, join us, Mona.
Oh, all right.
Okay, then I'll answer the first question. If someone were to ask me to find a flower that is not of this world...
You can do it, Sucrose.
Then I would fetch a tetragenic sweet flower.
Oh, okay. Yeah, these are our wild answers.
All right, I'm up next. My part of the prophecy is to find a guide who will never get lost.
COLLEI, I hope you found your answer.
My answer is that I will be that guide.
Woohoo! Yeah, go COLLEI!
For a long time, I have been guided by others. It's taken me a while, but I finally made it to where I am today. Although I still haven't made a name for myself, and I'm still quite immature, I would still like to put my name forward. Because I would like to become a guide that can help others. I want to help others the same way Amber, Master Tainari, Sino, and everyone else helped me. Now it's my turn to pass on the gift that I've been given.
All right. It's up to me to answer the third part. I'll submit myself as one who would never lie. Although I've never really had any other virtues or talents, I'm confident that I've always been an honest person.
Yes, and confidence is attractive to Maus. You got it. You'll get your girl in no time.
I'd like to thank everyone, too, for giving me this opportunity to validate myself.
And last but not least, I will answer the final part of the prophecy. There's no tale more befitting the title of a legend that never ends than our fates as human beings.
Wait! The lantern just lit up! Whoa! All four sides of the lantern are glowing!
Huh?
But all we did was submit a batch of test answers.
COLLEI, could I ask you to stand up for a second?
Oh, all right.
Oh, her side's not glowing.
Huh? What's going on? Why is it lighting up regardless of who's sitting in the chair? Didn't it say we have to answer all the questions correctly?
It's pretty clear now, isn't it? We've just proven that there is no right answer for this prophecy.
But why didn't it light up when COLLEI was sitting there? Poor COLLEI.
No right answer? But how could that be?
Although the instructions had come from an old and enigmatic prophecy, it is in fact nothing like the ancient mechanism that we had all imagined it to be. I believe the lantern only serves as a simple signal.
Unless it was supposed to be lit up. Maybe it was, and it was working for COLLEI too.
And to think, I never expected you to actually find this place.
What? There's someone else here?
We meet again, traveler.
Yeah, Scarlet.
Hey! You're that Outlander we met the other day at Good Hunter!
She's a witch!
It's all thanks to you that I was able to find
The Hexen Circle!
Good thing that you were too preoccupied with the prophecy to notice someone tailing you from the shadows.
But she doesn't seem like she's a part of the Hexen Circle. She seems like she's a Hexen Circle fan.
Oh, is that so? Then, Why do I spy yet another person following in your shadow?
Just standing right behind her.
Wait, really?
There's no need for pleasantries. You should know I'm here for you.
Is it just because I'm a visitor from abroad?
I was there when you snuck your way into Marjorie's place.
Huh. So you had your eyes on me even then, huh? That was 2 whole weeks ago, you know.
How did Rosaria get up here without us noticing?
It's hard not to notice you when I'm on duty every day.
All right. In that case, I'll admit it. I was the person who slipped this prophecy into the storybook.
Huh? But why? Then, does that mean this wasn't a real prophecy after all?
Don't worry. Even though you probably have plenty of reservations about me, you can be sure that the prophecy is genuine. In fact, many of you here today may have heard the code name of the one who left the prophecy to me. She hailed from an ancient assembly of powerful women, each of whom used a single letter to signify themselves.
Who would have guessed? It seems that power was indeed left behind by the old hag after all.
Ah, so you're B's student. It's an honor to meet you. I am Scarlet, the successor of Jay.
Jay. I can't remember their initials from the video. I'd have to go back. B and J. I feel like Alice's name wasn't B though. So maybe it was a... I can't remember. I'd have to go back.
Well, what are you talking about?
It's a long story, but I'm not quite sure that I'm the best person to tell it. Since you've all spent so much time and energy trying to decipher this prophecy, you must also be very interested in the secret behind this lantern, no?
Wait, I feel like they should play the... Okay, I feel like they should definitely have the little cutscene that they had on YouTube in the quest, right?
The lantern has already been lit. Now then, please allow me to disturb your happy peace.
Huh. Why did this little thing just light up? How strange.
Hello? On the other side of the lantern. Can you hear me over there?
Mom?
Oh, Alice.
Oh, I hear many youthful voices.
Her voice sounds kind of odd today.
Madam, I am Scarlet, the successor of Jay.
Oh, since we've last gathered, Jay's successor has already become so reckless and bold. Unbelievable.
Wait. Why are you talking just like the old hag?
Old hag? Who would dare say that? Is that Mona?
Wait, are there different people? Are there multiple people?
Who are you? Who dares imitate my master?
And what of imitation and mimicry? It has always been a fool's errand to mimic and learn from humanity.
Oh, maybe the lantern is mimicking all the witches.
Aunt Alice, I'm here too.
I'm confused. I feel like it doesn't sound like her voice.
Mom, why are you trying to talk like other people?
So I see everyone's here. Well then, my warmest greetings, everyone.
Okay. That sounds a little bit more like her.
Miss Alice, why would you...
Well, it's been many years since this lantern last lit up. You can't blame me for thinking that one of the old friends from my youth may have decided to catch up again.
I see. Okay, so Mona's master or mentor is not Alice. She was talking like several other people. I see.
Why she sounds so coy all of a sudden?
And if I recall correctly, we left this lantern in the care of the Animo Archon Barbados. You must be commended for uncovering an artifact entrusted to the god of wind himself.
It must be a pretty cool lantern if that's the case.
Tell me, are you sitting around my beloved tea party table?
It's a really long table.
Oh, so you are. I suppose this means even the Animo Archon has granted you entry to this place. Was all of this Scarlet's doing?
Wait. Paimon's completely lost now. So what was this assembly you were talking about earlier?
The Hexen Circle!
Oh, Miss Alice, would it be all right to leave the explanation of that to you?
Well, you should be rewarded for making it all the way up here and activating the lantern. Now then, let me tell you a long and ancient story.
Okay, I'm ready.
Ever heard of the Hexen Circle? As the spooky name suggests, it's a secret society. Once upon a time, it even challenged the Animo Archon himself. But he replied,
wait, should I have not watched this beforehand then?
And resolve our conflicts through song. From then on, the mages would only ever convene in the
I probably shouldn't have watched this beforehand.
Or on the edges of cliffs.
How am I supposed to know?
At these tea parties, they discussed their stories and secrets and resolved their differences, as the tea and cakes bore witness to their pledge never to fight amongst themselves.
Yesterday, I snuffed out the life of my beloved. He had grown old and was extremely sick. He loved me dearly, so I took his fate in my hands and ended his pain.
I'm raising a son. Of all the children I had, he's the only one left.
Yep.
But I suppose that still makes me a mother.
My lifespan is nothing compared to yours, so I wish to leave you with my storybook. Actually, maybe you can pass it on to your children one day.
Oh, this looks interesting. Let me scry.
Yeah, I guess that she was trying to make her voice sound like that lady.
My dear sisters, we mustn't let prophecies threaten our bonds of friendship.
Albedo is test tube baby confirmed.
Even the most frightening witch was once a little girl, and growing up can be so tough.
Sometimes I never really noticed the pictures on the
troubles to
outside
the wind.
of the tea party before.
Even if the nations go to war, or the sky falls down, the mages'
When did
tea
this video
party
come
shall
out on
forever
YouTube?
be held around
Did it come out
this
before this quest was available? Because I feel like I wasn't supposed to see this beforehand.
So this is where the legendary mages held their meetings.
Dang, I was spoiled by myself. How am I supposed to know?
That's right. We often met here to chat and have tea.
Not too sure, yeah. I don't know. I felt like this came out. That video has been out. We watched it not Friday. We watched it last Tuesday. Right? I don't know, that seems pretty early to release it. Self-spoiled, unfortunately. Unfortunate. Honestly, that's the way it goes most of the times. For me, self-spoiled. Wasn't anyone's doing, it was just me being too curious.
Then what
I thought I was supposed to watch it.
saying that if we light the lantern of utmost joy, we'd receive a supreme blessing?
About that. I never expected anyone other than Jay to actually read the full contents of that prophecy. It's a little embarrassing. The truth is, that prophecy was actually just a letter that we sent to Jay as a group the day before her wedding.
Oh.
So it was indeed written by all of you.
I must thank you for resisting the urge to immediately reveal the truth to everybody, Albedo. Knowing you, you probably figured out everything the moment you laid eyes on the message.
No, it took me a little longer than that.
A flower that is not of this world, a guide who will never get lost, one who would never lie, and a legend that never ends. These 4 descriptions signify 4 individual mages.
A flower that is not of this world, a guide who will never get lost, one who would never lie, and a legend that never ends. I guess maybe the story writer, one who would never lie. Rhine-Daughter, Albedo's creator, maybe? A guide who will never get lost. Oh, Alice, maybe? She seems like a guide. She seems like the ultimate guide. She's put together so many of these events for us. Alice is an event Andy, honestly. A flower that is not of this world. Probably the one that ended up killing her partner because she outgrew him. I don't know. Albedo got that galaxy brain. Paimon is the guide that would never get lost. She's a guide. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if she would never get lost. She's a guide that would help you get lost. I don't know.
When a member of the organization had to leave the group to spend the rest of her days with her beloved, the other mages would write down this prophecy and send it to her to invite her for a final get-together.
But I mean, she does seem to know where everything is, because when you go too far out of the designated area, she's like, oh, let's explore this area later. So maybe she does never get lost in the game mechanic-wise.
A flower that is not of this world signifies, of course, flowers that do not naturally exist in this world. This is the signature of our full name, Rhindaughter, also known as Gold.
Man, I mixed that one up.
If there's anyone in this world who could create a flower species that does not yet exist, it would be her.
So Albedo knew that. So where is Rhindaughter?
The guide who will never get lost is N, otherwise known as Nicole. You may not have encountered her yet, but she is a truly extraordinary woman who has made this world's direction and order her subject of study.
Wow, I was real bad at these predictions.
Some of you may be fortunate enough to have already heard her voice. Like a prophetess, she will only speak to guide people toward the truth when a change has occurred in the world.
Oh. So that's who... So yeah, Alice confirming? Why is this in an event? Why? I don't get it, Alice. Okay. The first time we heard Nahida's voice, event. The first time we're discovering who the voice was at the end of, was that the Archon quest? Or was it, I mean, it was an Archon quest, but was it Scaramouche's story or the main story? The voice we heard at the end were Nicole, yes, confirmed, whoever Nicole is.
She has a tendency to suddenly speak in someone's mind without any warning.
Yeah, crazy. Never heard that before. Could she have been the one who spoke to me while we were investigating Wanderer? I'm 10 steps ahead of you, buddy.
If one day you would be unfortunate enough to run into a truly dangerous situation, she may use her voice to guide the way forward for you.
Wow, I'm surprised we've never heard her voice before.
Who would have guessed that there are so many mysterious women in this world and that they would all know each other?
The one who would never lie is me. I hope no one would take offense. It's just that I, Alice, or A for short, have always had a soft spot for those with sincerity and candor. As for a legend that never ends, you may not know M in person, but you've likely encountered one of her works. Have any of you ever read The Boar Princess?
Huh? I'm pretty sure every child in Mondstadt has read that book.
It's also one of my favorite stories. M was an exceptional human writer who used her prose to teach me the meaning of grief. Don't you think such a person would deserve a seat at the mages' table?
But isn't there 7? 7 mages?
Paimon's getting more and more lost.
It may sound hard to believe, but I can attest to everything that Alice has said. Jay was also a mortal who aged and passed on, leaving her title to her students and followers.
Wait, was Jay Mona's master or Scarlet's? I'm getting very confused with these these letter initials that are not the same as their actual names. This is gonna turn into a IYKYK moment. IYKY. Wait, what? Wait. What are these supposed to mean? I keep looking at it and thinking year 2K, but that's definitely not it. IYKYK. No idea. If you know, you know. Okay. I don't know.
Alice, you've never acknowledged any of Jay's successors. It's now been centuries since the first of us took on her mantle. I've always wanted to meet you.
Do you also want to become a mage?
Title aside, I think I'm more interested in the meaning and purpose of the Hexen Circle. I used to think that the Hexen Circle was a group of women who could control the very fate of this world. But now, I've seen for myself that besides Jay, many other ordinary people were also among you.
Debatable.
Do you think less of us now?
No, not at all. My interest has been piqued, and I'm now even more drawn towards the idea of becoming a mage.
You're right. I've never acknowledged any of Jay's successors. But you are different. You are much more fascinating than any of your predecessors.
Oh, has someone finally piqued Aunt Alice's interest?
Now is not a good time, Scarlet, but as soon as I am able, I will seek you out for a meeting. I want you to tell me all about Jay's married life back in her hometown.
So the mage who received the prophecy letter from all of you was Jay? She left the Hexen Circle after getting married?
Okay.
Precisely. There was only one way the letter could have been interpreted. She would have known what we meant as soon as she saw the message. We were just asking one thing of her.
No, that's what IYKYK mean. Oh my gosh. Oh. You could have just typed that. I don't know these things, guys. Man, I thought we were getting over this. I felt like at the first couple months I was streaming, that happened so frequently that I wouldn't know what anyone was talking about in chat, that cause you're using abbreviations and stuff. This is gonna turn into a if you know, you know moment. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. That's true.
Please come to see us again. Before you go and settle forever with your happiness, please come share some of it with your best friends and sisters.
So, the Supreme Blessing actually meant...
All journeys are fleeting and will eventually come to an end. What will give us the most fulfillment and happiness in the end are those who will greet us at our journey's destination. Dear child, I believe you can also understand what I am talking about. We women will always have many troubles and encounter pains and frustrations that will keep us up at night. But no matter how hard things may become, we will cross mountains and oceans to see our best friends again, regardless of how many years have passed or how far the distance may be. As long as we can be with our beloved friends, our hearts will be filled with joy. To us mages, that's what being supremely blessed is all about.
Oh.
COLLEI. Oh. Don't worry, still happens to me too, yeah. Yeah, we're there. I'm with ya.
I still don't get it, but I do know that all the mages are Mom's best friends.
That's cute. That's cute. Like, to have adult friends. Man, that still eludes me. How to have adult friends and to find adult friends nowadays. Man, the people that have been friends from high school, always so impressive. My parents don't really have that, but I had friends that when I was younger, that their friends, their parents had friends, best friends, that they would always come over to their houses and stuff like that. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. I'm with COLLEI, I'm confused, yeah. I would like to have an adult best friend someday. I mean, there's friends, but like a best friend.
If you ask how I see it, the Hexen Circle is just a group of ladies that I spent my youth with. Anyway, I'll introduce some of the other members to you all later. I still have a few things to attend to, so this will have to do for today.
Man, Alice peacing in for events and then peacing out. Rosaria is also peacing out.
Bye, Mom! Todoko says bye, too!
So cute. So cute, so cute.
Goodbye, darling, and farewell to all of our other friends as well. I'm sure we'll see each other again.
All right, I need like a graph with all of the names of the Hexen Circle, the lore, the little code name, whatever, and to put them all together.
Oh,
I guess she was saying that some of them have died over
Isn't
time.
it getting close to that time of year?
Yes, it's Windblume again, Alice.
It's also a special anniversary date. I'm sure you still remember.
Yes, I do remember now. It was on this day many, many years ago that Jay tied the knot. Oh, just in time for the Festival of Love and Freedom. Everyone, please enjoy this year's Windblume Festival to the fullest.
She also has one of these. This is what she was talking out of last time, right? This little music box. Alice's voice fades and the lantern grows dim. It is once again just a regular piece of decor. Still kind of confused, but we'll take it. We'll take it. For a moment, everyone looks lost in thought, but soon chatter begins to fill the space again. Before long, everyone spreads their gliders to return to Mondstadt.
Whoa! Ah, Albedo! Why didn't you tell me we'd have to glide all the way back down?
All right. Enjoy our little island while we can. Is this new? Wait. This right here. Is that a new island? Is there something underneath us? Let's look down. There's... Oh, there's kind of a bunch of rocks. Can this be added on, though? Have we ever seen what Alice looks like? I don't think so. If we have, it's been like her back or like a silhouette or something, but I don't think so. I've seen some fan art of what people think she might look like, though, as like a playable character slash... yeah, like fan art. And... okay, if she's not a playable character, if she doesn't have a design like COLLEI's, if she's not like a woman COLLEI with like a little red witch hat and red color scheme, I will throw a fit. If she's not a playable character, if she's an okay, if she's not a playable character but she's like Senora, that's fine. As long as she has a cool design, as long as she's somewhat in the game, in a cutscene, whatever. But if she is an NPC, I will throw a fit.
There have been many poorly written applications lately. I guess I'll just have to reject them all.
Like the model of an NPC. But I wonder what her element is gonna be. I don't know. I mean, I guess COLLEI's design is kind of red because she is pyro. So I can't assume that Alice is pyro, but I feel like she's very powerful, so she like would get to decide her element of choosing. I don't know, she's maybe she would be Animo because seems very tied to Mondstadt and to Barbados. I just like have not perception, like I'm convinced that the youngins, their mentors / creator would be the same element as them. Like Rhine-Daughter, I feel like they're Geo. Like they have, like in my mind, it would be hard for me to imagine them as something else. And like Mona's master, I would imagine them to be Hydro as well, because they're like divining and crap. I would be fine with Pyro, as cliche as that is. Yeah, I'd be fine with Pyro too. I want them to look somewhat similar.
Are you okay, Timaeus? Maybe you'd feel better if you just, you know, let it out.
I'm fine, I'm fine. I'm just, a little glider sick, that's all.
Oh, nice.
You may want to look into getting your own gliding license when you have the time. It might prove helpful to you.
Yeah, you are traveling between Liyue a lot, my dude.
Okay. Sure thing.
It sounds like you've still got something on your minds. Why don't you tell us? We're all happy to listen.
It's nothing, really. It's just, well, Alice's story was really interesting and romantic. I won't argue about that. But still, the whole thing wasn't quite what I was hoping for.
Yeah, I'd feel like everyone's... I mean, not me, but... Sucrose, COLLEI, I feel like everyone's kind of there with you.
Of course, I didn't actually expect the Supreme Blessing to be real, but...
Don't say that. None of this was your fault, Timaeus. Honestly, it's more on me for having agreed to be the Windblume Festival's special ambassador. Had I not asked for everyone's help...
If anything, it should be my fault for finding that prophecy.
Oh, no, I didn't mean to blame the two of you either. I just feel like this whole adventure didn't really end on a high note, and we also didn't really get anything out of it.
But I'd say we still learned something new.
Yeah, it was cool, even though I spoiled myself a little bit. I am kind of upset about that. I wish it would have been new information, but...
Well, that aside, Timaeus, you still need to go to Liyue to apologize to Yingar, right? Do you want COLLEI and I to accompany you?
Oh, Miss Yingar. Well, I mean, I just really don't want her to get mad at me. Now that I've come back to my senses, I really don't know what I should do.
Hey, you three? You may want to look over there.
Ah, yes, she's here. She's here.
Huh? Miss Yingar?
Oh, so that's Miss Yingar? I've never met her before.
Yep, that's her. And she actually came all the way to Mondstadt.
NPC love, let's go.
I am so sorry, Miss Yingar, but how did you... I mean...
Are you so happy just to see me?
Well, of course I am. I'm so happy that, I don't, sorry, I don't know what to say.
Oh, the little flowers behind them.
I was ready to give you a harsh scolding, but now that I've seen you like this, I suppose I could let you off the hook this time. You said you couldn't come to pick me up because of a very important matter, right? Well then, of course I had to come and find you instead.
Should we go see how they're doing?
No, let's leave them to do their own thing, to do, you know, whatever's happening over there.
Well, I wouldn't. You'll get hit by a forest boar if you interrupt a couple's romantic conversation.
Oh, really? We'll just leave them alone then.
Yeah, I feel like just throw Paimon in there. That is, if you want to ruin the mood of any conversation, you just throw Paimon in there. So I'd say that's the opposite of what you want to do if you want to have a romantic conversation. Don't put a floating mystical being with a high-pitched Elmo voice in there. Tell Paimon to go fetch some food and drink. Exactly. She can Fetch beverages. They look quite happy. Maybe that's what Windblume's all about. The adventure comes to an end. Everyone bids farewell.
I'm so glad to see Timaeus find his happiness.
Yeah, and COLLEI, she got more comfortable with everybody. She made a friend in Sucrose. Very nice.
I have to say, I'm even more envious of you, Sucrose. You can be happy just to see others happy, and you gave me so much help without any expectations in return. Even though you said that we're very much alike, I still feel like you have a much bigger heart than I do.
But if you say that, then I'd say I'm also nowhere near as brave or tenacious as you. I guess we have the same amount of positive qualities. They're just spread over different parts of our personalities. I've never visited Sumeru, or made many friends from outside of Mondstadt. I'm happy just to have met and become your friend.
Oh, cute!
Maybe I'll get shy and flustered when I meet other people I don't know in the future. But that's okay too. Since we are so alike, you probably get what I'm trying to say. You just need to believe that all of your issues aren't really issues at all.
But isn't it too late now for me to learn to accept myself?
Well... Do you know anything about the blooming cycles of Cecilius?
I may have read about that in a book before.
That's a topic that my parents used to talk about back when they were still dating. Surprising, right? To think that people would talk about that while on a date.
I don't know, sometimes you're just looking for conversation topics. But I guess if they were Sucrose parents, that makes sense.
My mom brought it up at dinner one time last month. She called my dad the most boring man she knew, and said that he even turned up late to a date once, all with a smile on her face. But she also said that learning is just another part of life. It's never too late to start something, as long as you recognize that it's something good for you to do.
It's never too late for you to start something as long as you recognize that it's something good for you to do. I agree.
Why don't you give it a try, COLLEI?
Okay, I'll try my best. They're really having a great conversation. Paimon can't even find a moment to join in.
So you shouldn't, Paimon. So you shouldn't. Don't join in. Like I said, don't ruin the mood. Well, isn't it great that they're getting along so well?
I nearly forgot. This is for you.
This texture. Are these seeds?
Yep. I believe I mentioned my sweet flower research to you before. These are the seeds of the sweet flower cultivars that I've worked on.
Was kind of hoping for them to expand on COLLEI's and Amber's friendship, but I get why they did this. Yeah. I also kind of wanted them to do that, but at the same time, like, if they're they're really determined not to go into any of the detail that they had in the manga, which I have not read, but the stories and everything like that, since they're determined to not include and really specify that lore, then I'm like, that's where their main connection was. So I'm like, just do both. Like, include Amber with that and go into the manga stuff. But yeah, I understand why they're doing this too.
It's nothing too special, but they're the best cultivars that I've made. So, I really hope that you'll like them. They're super sweet and easy to grow and keep. I'm also submitting them as my Windblooms for this year. I wish that the Animo Archon could also see how lovely they are.
I think they will.
Thank you. I'll plant them in the Avidia forest and take good care of them.
COLLEI, please take these notes with you. I've heard that you've been working hard on your studies, so I've prepared some study materials for you at Sucrose's request. Feel free to look through them whenever you can find the time. Mondstadt's doors will always remain open to you.
Thank you so much. Really, I don't know what to say. I'm just really happy.
Sucrose, now's your chance. Didn't you want to collect a breath of joy?
We're back to this.
I almost forgot. COLLEI, can you exhale once into this test tube? I will save this breath of joy and use it in my research.
Oh, really? May I?
Wow, she wasn't weirded out at all. True friend.
Of course.
COLLEI exhales into Sucrose's test tube, and the fluid turns a deep violet. Okay. A true friend would go, A small sparkling cloud then puffs out of the test tube and rises into the air like a marshmallow before it's taken away by the wind? What kind of things were you eating, COLLEI? Why does your breath smell so bad? She's gonna clone COLLEI. Yeah, I don't know what was in the test tube. I just thought it was like air. I mean, she's breathing into the test tube. I thought it was a empty test tube. I don't know.
Huh? What was that?
I don't know. I could see Sucrose doing that though, because she'd want COLLEI around as a friend all the time. And then she would clone the friend just to have her with her all the time. That's kind of sad.
It was like a little cloud of happiness, and now it flew away.
Yeah, it was a weird, gross cloud of happiness, but okay. The whole breath in the test tube is gross to me. Yeah. It's not the most pleasant thing. But you know, true friends, true friends would breathe in a test tube for each other. Okay, well, at least it doesn't look bad.
Well, luckily, there's still some breath left in the test tube. I'll seal it up for now. I'll keep working on it and let you know as soon as I have any breakthroughs in my research.
Yeah, you can write to me. I'll be sure to respond as soon as I receive your letter.
Oh, it looks like you found a new pen pal.
Master Tighnari! Cyno!
If your friendship was forged in a test tube, does that make you test friends forever?
Man, Cyno's kind of clever. I'll give it to him. Right off the top of his head. I hope we don't keep that vial in our inventory. Oh, we will. We will. We definitely will. Well, I guess it's Sucrose's, so I guess she'll have it. Test friends forever. Kind of clever. Off the top of his head, my mind does not work that fast to come up with that. I'll give it to him.
That's it. I think you've ruined Sumeru's reputation in Mondstadt beyond all hope of repair.
All that matters is that I've enjoyed Mondstadt immensely. The dragon here possesses a majestic form.
Oh, that reminds me. Traveler, this card back is for you.
Wait, for me? Didn't Cyno commission this? Wait, I want this card back. Wait, is this what we really get as our present?
Cyno wanted you to have one for yourself. If I had to guess, I'd say he probably wants you to use it if you challenge him to a duel.
I'm a master of the game. Do you dare challenge me?
Can you believe this guy? Huh. Let's knock him off his high horse.
It's time to duel. Are we actually gonna duel?
Wait! I've got something to give you, too.
Huh? COLLEI has a gift for us?
Yeah! I figured I should follow local Mondstadt customs and prepared a few small things themed after the Windblume festival.
Oh, that's cute.
I made these bookmarks from Sumeru roses at the hotel. I want to give them to Amber, Master Tighnari, and Cyno. During Windblume, Mondstadters offer flowers to the people most important to them. You three are family to me.
But Tighnari said that we're not anything like an academic family. He wouldn't write joint papers with us.
Well, in this case, we can consider ourselves as regular siblings. And that should be just fine.
I agree. Oh, and here are some Padisara seeds as well. These are for the Traveler, Paimon, and everyone else from Mondstadt. Whoa, are these really for us?
Thank you. We appreciate it. Score.
So, are these your chosen Windblooms?
Mm-hmm. One of them. Both Potty Sours and Sumeru Roses are my Windblooms. Although they're not native to Mondstadt, they are the flowers that can best express my feelings. I want to give them to the people I feel thankful for. To those who I wish to accompany as we greet more seasons and future Windblooms together. The real blessing in life is when you are surrounded by people who you'd miss day and night, and who you'd want to see even if that meant crossing mountains and oceans to do so.
Wow, we're all just meeting up in the square. Let's go.
I'm so happy to hear you say that.
Sucrose, do you see that cloud over there?
Huh?
Doesn't it look just like your test tube?
Oh, is this going back to their conversation when Sucrose was saying the cloud looked like a... not a bunny. I don't know what it looked like. But yeah, it looks like her test tube. Let's go. Is that it? No cutscene? No Windblume cutscene, Hoyo? Hoyo.
Did you hear what happened?
Hoyo, I really wanted a Windblume cutscene. Yeah, you're not gonna give it to me? What happened with Timaeus and... Oh, she's still there. Wait, is she gonna be there now? Throughout the festival? Okay, that's kind of cute. I guess the whole Witches of the Round Table was our Windblume cutscene, I guess. I guess. I mean, that was pretty cool too, but I had already seen it on YouTube, so kinda, it was shocking when I saw it on YouTube, less shocking when I saw it in the quest, unfortunately. It was good. I just really wanted a cutscene. To top it off, I was like, oh, you know what would make this so great? A cutscene at the end. But overall, good quest. Good, cute quest. I kind of spoiled myself on the Hexen Circle thing, but we got an Alice. We got some lore for Nicole, our voice friend. We got some Mondstadt characters. We got COLLEI. All good times. The Sucrose COLLEI stuff, conversations from last, the part 2 was really good. So I really like that.